pee.
Go pee.
No.
Go pee.
I'm not going to pee.
Go pee, or we're gonna start a rumor that you peed on the couch.
I mean, you can, but I'm not going to.
Carrot.
Anyway.
Hey, what got any running water sounds right now?
Drip, drip, bitch.
We know.
That's the flushing.
Flushing water.
All right. Welcome, everybody. Episode 11 of One More Cast. We are very sorry for the delay. We're bad. We're not timely. We're not known for being timely. I think we have 3 out of 11 episodes that are like late. No, it's like 4, isn't it?
It's 4.
It's 4. All right.
4.5.
We're doing it. We're doing the damn thing.
Live.
From
New York City.
I'm your host, Chris, live from New York City. And this is Paul.
Yo, Overwatch God.
He's doing his Zenyatta cosplay right now. Fuck. What do I usually introduce next?
I don't usually go in.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Kara.
Hello.
Hi, Kara.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
No. Perish.
And Courtney.
Hi, friends and foes.
See, we know Courtney's last because he has like the real introduction.
Like the
where
one
me
that
and Paul are just awkwardly like,
actually started video
hey, and then Courtney's like, okay, I got this, guys. And
It's okay.
I need
What's up, friends and foes? How was your week been?
I need someone here to bring up the rear. Today we're playing Bayonetta.
Woo!
We're going back to that. Get ready for compression out the ass.
Gosh, I miss playing this game so bad.
I was actually looking forward to watching you play this again. I really like this game. Our coffee.
Is that our special guest, Coffee?
Coffee? Let's get him over here.
Oh my gosh, you're so hot.
The stream is
So
sponsored
Coffee, how
by.
you doing? Beep beep.
Blub.
Yeah. So Paul.
Yeah.
How was your week?
My week.
Yeah. I haven't seen you all fucking week. No, yeah, I did. I saw you earlier Monday, Tuesday.
I didn't see him at all.
Oh yeah, we're doing like a lot of like.
Twitch still says you're playing Banjo-Kazooie because I'm a very bad host. I forgot to change the name of the game.
Oh. Yeah, we were doing like music stuff, or like earlier this week. So.
Oh yeah. Last week we played as Samus, so we got to change it up.
Link.
Oh yeah. I'm
Link.
a little bit curious about like the Princess Peach stuff.
Princess Peach and Daisy, it changes all her wicked weaves to Bowser's hands and fists with Bowser
Which is
sound
pretty
effects.
great. Yeah.
Let's rock Daisy for a little bit.
So yeah, Paul, what did you do all this week that I didn't see you?
Pretty much like stressing and waiting for my grades to come back. As for some reason they take like 2-3 weeks after school is practically over to submit the rest of the grades.
I saw this funny ass picture of I think I saw it on like a black Twitter Tumblr, which is apparently just be
My second home.
Yeah.
Oh.
Where someone was like, man, what the fuck these teachers be grading your fucking paper so damn slow for whatever break? No, grandma, I don't want no damn ham. Because he got an F.
Oh. That's horrible.
Oh my gosh.
So college friends, is that a relatable thing?
That's very relatable.
No, grandma,
I don't want no damn hell. Get out of my face.
Look, to be honest, I was absolutely sure that my teacher was not going to pass back those grades, and it was going to be next semester until we got him back.
Jesus, what? That's a long ass time.
It's sometimes like that. I'm not even kidding.
Because like we did Project 1, and Project 1 that was before midterms, and he hadn't graded it. So I was like, is it going to be the end of the semester until he actually grades Project 1? And it so happened that that's when he passed it back. So I don't know. He grades really slow.
Jesus.
Like I know there's a teacher that comes into my job because like her and her husband come there very often, and she's a math teacher, and like she was like, I want to have vacation time. I want to be able to spend time with my husband. So like the day she gave out the final, she graded it that same day.
Nice.
She was like, no, we're not wasting time on this.
She's just like, fuck that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, did you? Oh, sorry.
No, you don't.
No, but it was like, Courtney, did you ever have like a lecture hall class?
No.
Okay.
I don't have to since my major.
Okay.
And I'm so glad because I get so anxious in those kind of classes. It freaks me out.
Really?
What's a lecture hall?
Like where you have, it's a hall like where you have at least over 100 students.
Oh, like
I had one of those.
like stereotypical like college
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, those freak me out.
Back
My
when I
world
thought that
history
all
class.
college was that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cool experience though because, no. Like, hear me out on this because I had 2 classes. I had astronomy and I had sociology, but like the teachers don't grade as hard in those classes because they have so many students that they have to go through. So they're a lot more lenient on some of the stuff that you submit.
My issue was that it was world history, and I hate history in a classroom environment. I like it like in general, but I hate history classes.
I can understand that.
Because I hate the way that everything's talked about in textbooks, and then I hate the way that
Textbooks kinda
professors.
suck.
You mean incorrectly?
That too.
Textbooks really fucking suck.
Yeah, no, they're the fucking worst. And so, but because it was a lecture hall, the professor didn't do a lot of teaching. She just kind of talked about it for a little bit.
Then you must have had a horrible teacher because, like all the lecture classes that I had, I mean, he spent pretty much the entire class session lecturing. Like
she lectured, but she wasn't a good lecturer.
She was.
That was the biggest issue, I think. She was just
bitch
really
couldn't
boring
teach.
to listen to. And then the textbook was boring to read. I could not. And I didn't have my medication. I ran out of my medication second semester. I ended up with a C- in the history class, which was like what I needed to pass it. But
That's weird coming from you, though, because I literally asked you today, where the fuck were horses domesticated? Because I knew you would know. But you know a lot about general history shit. So.
Yeah, but I hate it in a classroom setting. I just like learning about it randomly when I feel like learning about history.
Yeah.
Also, what's his face? Bill Wirtz or whatever.
Who?
The guy who did the history of Japan.
Oh.
He did the history of the entire world, I guess.
That was an amazing video.
You didn't see that?
You didn't see it?
What?
The history of Japan and the history of the entire world.
I don't think so. No.
We gotta
That's
show you.
the way that I like to learn about history.
Just boom.
Just boom, or where it's
a
like
fuck ton of information.
where it's like you're talking about something random and then someone's like, man, how did we get to this point in the world? And then someone's like, well, here, let me explain step by step how this whole thing originated.
How Tumblr explains it all the time.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that's like literally.
I guess that is a Tumblr. Yeah.
That's totally a Tumblr thing.
Well, I like that. It's
That's
a
right.
good Tumblr thing.
Yeah, I'll
As
agree.
long as the
That's a rare
information's
sentence.
accurate.
Speaking of good things, what'd you do this week, Kara? That was good. Tell us all your good things. You're not allowed to tell your flaws.
Oh no.
Come on.
Oh no. Well, we went to Winter Lights.
Oh yeah, how was that?
It was cool.
Hey, what's Winter Lights?
Winter Lights is this thing at the art museum, and they set up like a light show that's timed with like classical music.
Like
So
my
first you
parents
walk
used to go.
through. First, you walk through this really pretty winter wonderland looking thing, and then eventually you get outside the Lily House, which is like a really old mansion. And then they have all these lights timed up with classical music, and they like flash on, and like they like zoom around the yard, and it's huge and it's really pretty. And then there's like hot chocolate and stuff.
That sounds really fun. Not as fun as Courtney getting ran over by that ball, though.
Oh no.
Speaking of fun, Courtney, how was your week?
Not that eventful actually for once.
Yeah,
Like, I'm still stressed out and upset at my job because they're cutting hours and we're not having a lot of coverage.
Wait, they're cutting hours before Christmas?
Yep.
We went over this and how it doesn't make any sense.
Oh well, I mean, I'm also 3 sips into my coffee. It's a moment for me right now. What did I do this week? I started draw streaming again.
Oh, nice.
I saw that.
I'm gonna be
Yeah, I saw the
streaming.
post. Yeah.
I'm gonna be streaming like once a fucking day, or or at least 3 or 4 times a week. That's my plan. You know, just on streaming a fuck ton. So like,
Getting back into the habit of it's really nice.
yeah, because it's like it's a good way to just keep drawing, you know. And the only way you get better is by keep drawing. So, and I've already started this really crazy fucking project. I can show you guys on the Chromebook really quick. I found out something. The human eye and the human brain do not like isometric views. They don't. No. Because, oh my god. Like, I fucking struggled drawing this. I'll show you. This took me 3 hours.
Asymmetric drawing.
No, not asymmetrical. Isometric.
Isometric.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I have no idea what that is.
I remember
Okay.
that conversation. It was like a conversation you had with somebody on Discord about.
Yeah, I was saying it somewhere. Isometric versus perspective. So there's 2 fundamental ways to like show distance in drawing.
Yeah.
And-
Skill.
yeah, scale. So here's a really good. This is literally the only difference between perspective and isometric. Like how one has a vanishing point and one just continues with no vanishing point.
I don't know.
But do you see the difference?
You do. You have
Do you see
to.
the difference in the shape of that box and the shape of that box?
Oh, yeah, I see the difference,
There you
I
go.
guess.
All right then.
Well, is that the same
It
picture?
looks mostly the same.
Well, yeah, but
for-
there is a difference. You can't see
I
a difference.
guess.
I mean, it's the same subject matter, but it's just different ways of gridding it out.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit. We did a little bit of that on After Effects.
Yeah,
I
for
think.
sure. It's a really cool effect. So, here we go. This oh god, this will help Kara.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that one. Okay.
Like this is crazy perspective right there, and that's literally just all isometric.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one I can get
about-
what the difference is now.
Oh,
You can get with it.
Yeah.
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 I can get what it is.
So I was fucking working on this, where Carrie, you're a weeb. You've seen a lot of like Japanese drawings. You've seen the ones where they do like,
Wow.
Am I wrong?
Wait, what?
Have you seen a lot of Japanese art, like from Japanese artists?
I feel like most of what I've seen has been like American artists.
Western, really?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of it's for Japanese anime,
What
but
kind of weeb
most
are
of
you?
the I've seen some Japanese artists' art, but for the most part, I'd say that I've seen more traditional Japanese art than fan art from Japanese artists, and I don't know why.
That's weird.
And I've
That
also,
is
I think,
weird. I'm the
seen
opposite.
more Korean fan art than Japanese fan art.
What the fuck?
Korean
is up
art's
with,
good.
What is up with Korean fan artists? They are on an entirely different fucking level.
It's like they're not human.
Oh, what?
Racism.
I didn't say
Alright.
that.
So yeah, I'm drawing this. It's like one of those things where you make rooms in isometric, so you just like furnish them. Well,
Oh,
and
I
this,
was
Wait,
a
did
little
you
bit
draw
confused.
that?
yeah.
Oh.
And I had to.
Can I say please?
I had to make the entire background. I didn't.
Oh,
really
yeah,
do the
that
sketch
thing.
up
Did
or
you draw
anything.
the little dude right there?
Oh no, that's
Oh,
actually.
okay. I was
no.
gonna say I didn't
So
think
that-
it was you
is
because
that
it
an
didn't look like you were
isometric
drawing
drawing
a
there?
little dude.
Yeah, this is fully isometric because it's all parallel.
You
going
did the
this way or this
furnishings
way.
and stuff,
Yeah.
but not the little frame.
No, I
part
did that
of it.
too.
You did.
I did all that. No,
Except
everything
the
but the
little
little
dude?
man. The little man I put in there for scale for my own reference.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So,
Um,
okay. So just so I can get an understanding, is isometric drawing, is it basically putting like depth in a like 2D plane?
Sort of. Here, let me see if I can find a textbook definition of
Took a
isometric.
long time to kick that.
She did. Yeah.
She's a lot of leg. Leave her alone.
Okay.
She's a lot of legs.
Of or having equal dimensions. So no
Equal
matter how
dimensions.
far away it is, no matter how big your canvas is, 1 inch and 1 inch closest is the same as 1 inch furthest. Where in perspective, it just depends on how far or close the object is.
Okay.
You know? It's
So
just,
that's the same way for video too. That's
yeah,
like,
yeah, certainly. But
Yeah.
fuck that shit. It's so hard to draw because up.
right. Because like
Nice.
a long range lens, like a long lens, is the equivalent of an is the.
I'm
equivalent
glad
of
we
a,
died for that.
That was fucking disgusting.
What did you fall?
I fell, but I got a collectible at the same time.
Yeah,
Oh.
so, man, that was the save of the century right there. But what were you saying, Paul?
Yeah, a long lens is the equivalence of an isometric image, and then they
Sounds
like
about right.
just like a regular like medium focal point lens does your
Crazy perspective.
your depth.
The
Yeah,
thing is with video though, it's impossible to do 100% isometric view just because of the way that the fact that the world is perspective.
it's nothing but that, right?
That's your opinion.
What? I want to live in an isometric world.
Not me.
Would you? Well,
No.
if we lived in an isometric world,
No,
that the Earth would be actually flat, right?
no. Also, no.
Because everything would be equal, right?
I
I don't-
can't picture.
Yeah,
an
I don't think it's
isometric
actually
world.
humanly possible. I don't think it's actually possible to.
'Cause
Fuck,
you would
Greg.
I can't. You're breaking my brain, man.
I think we just broke like computer graphics, like in a
yeah,
nutshell.
we just broke reality.
Yeah, there we go. I never thought about that though.
Yeah, that's horrible.
You know what? This is how we can confirm we're not living in a simulation, because I bet a computer could figure it out.
Oh
So
my
if it can't
gosh.
figure it out, then we're real.
All right. Well, I got some good news for all you watchers out there. Get a load of this. We're real.
Are bears real though?
I've never seen a bear.
How?
I've never actually seen a real bear.
Really? Not even like at the zoo?
Nope. So as far
I mean,
as I'm considered,
you-
they don't actually
Been
exist.
to the zoo though.
But
Sure, I
Kara,
have. I remember
They
seeing
have
tigers.
bears there.
But
They have like polar bears and brown bears.
what about
or grizzly
tunnel bear?
bears? Are they the same thing? No, man.
what?
You really aggressively shook your head.
Polar bears are a lot more vicious.
About whether brown bears or grizzly bears are the same thing.
No.
No.
No, brown bears and grizzly bears are different.
I think-
I'm gonna Google it.
Yeah, man, this is the second thing we've Googled this episode. We're really on a fucking roll with this knowledge. So what was I saying? Yeah, so trying to draw that picture actually like completely broke my brain because I wish I could load it up for you guys, but my project files got insane. Oh, I sent whips to Anthony because it was just
whips.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Like, I had to, because there's this fundamental rule with drawing where it's like when you draw something, you can take all the shortcuts you want later, right? Mm-hmm. But you have to understand why you want to use those shortcuts first, you know? So you have to do it. If you want to use a program to make your backgrounds, that's fine because you're probably going to end up sketching over them anyways. But you also need to understand how to apply a proper background. So I'm like, well, I don't want to use SketchUp for this because, you know, I need the experience. And, yep, it sucked.
Oh.
That bitch came out finally. So, isometric sucks, y'all.
I mean, it looks difficult.
Okay, so all grizzly bears are brown bears, but not all brown bears are grizzly bears.
All thumbs and
So it's like a
fingers,
squares and rectangles kind of thing.
but not all fingers and thumbs.
Yeah, wow.
Does that not fuck with you at all?
What are some other... So we've got not all brown bears are grizzly bears,
Grizzlies.
but all grizzly bears are brown bears.
All these
not
squares
all
make a
fingers
circle.
are thumbs, but all thumbs are fingers.
Did you see my face just now? Because I thought of one. Oh man, this one hurts me.
Just go. Just say it.
Not all bathrooms have toilets, but all toilets are in a bathroom. I can't think of a toilet not in a bathroom. Can you?
That's debatable.
I mean, unless there's like a special case for the
I mean,
toilet.
there's like a
What about a porta
like
potty?
a washroom.
yeah, what about a porta potty?
that's a bathroom. If I'm gonna go use the bathroom, where are you gonna go? To a porta potty.
I mean, a hole in the ground.
Outhouse?
But
I
that
That's still a.
I feel like a bathroom
It's subjective.
is...
bathrooms are an illusion.
I don't think I would call a porta potty a bathroom, and I don't think you can say just because you say I'm going to go use the bathroom and then you go to use a porta potty, that doesn't mean that you're then going to a bathroom. I think it's the way we phrase it.
Well, excuse me for I don't know about y'all, but that fucked me up when I thought about it. I was like, whoa, that's not okay. Let's think of some other ones.
All these squares make a circle.
I'm sorry, but that actually works.
It does.
All these squares make a circle.
All tigers are cats, but not all cats are tigers.
Oh,
That one's kind of weak sauce though.
Yeah, I can't think of it.
We're not good at
What
this.
is up these balls like trying to smash? Like, I mean, all these squares like trying to crush you.
All these squares trying
Ooh.
to crush you. All these squares trying to crush you.
But not all things trying to crush you are squares.
oh my. Okay, moving on.
We've really gone off the deep end now. Man.
It's
Well,
like-
I don't even know what's going on right now. What is she doing?
She's fighting her way out of heaven.
No. But okay, well, first problem. Second of all,
Why?
all the light and halos? It's just like
This is what Paradiso is like for this area.
a fucking maze.
Is it gone?
Yep.
Okay, sure. Okay.
Okay. Man, I can't wait till Smash 4 ends up on the Switch.
I can't wait for Bayonetta 3.
Oh, that was announced or something?
No, but it
Really?
weak sauce. But it's all but confirmed, dude. Like they silently patched in GameCube support. What the fuck, dude? You're actually you are actively making my headache worse right now. Like I'm watching this, and then the bird's upside down, and then it's not.
I can't deal with this. I have no spatial reasoning. It makes me bad at like 90% of video game genres, right? So none of this makes sense to me. I can't look at this because it's like you're going to a different dimension every time.
Don't play Hyper Light Drifter because
Hyper Light Drifter is so hard to look at when in the first world.
Yeah, I noticed that because a lot of the hilly areas you think that it's a platform that you can land on, but it's not. You just zoom right off the edge and you fall, and I'm like, what? I actually thought
really? It was gonna happen.
He just got squished like a bug.
You know what? Screw that.
This game is too fucking playful for its own good. But yeah, like I think that's part of the stronger Hyper Light Drifter though. Where it's like, wow, this game is fucking gorgeous, and my eyes can't make head to tail.
Are you trying to say this game don't got charms?
It's not isometric enough.
Is Hyper Light Drifter isometric?
Is it?
Fuck, actually.
That's a good question.
Yeah, it is because it's a 2D top-down thing.
Yeah, that is true.
Like Link Between Worlds or Link to the Past,
which are also isometric.
It really bugged me because like when someone like changed the camera on how it looks from a normal angle, and it really hurts me to see it.
That was so funny to me. Oh, are these the enemies that I like right here?
I think these are different from what you think.
I don't like the doggos.
No.
Oh, it's Ball Friend. I like Ball Friend.
Hey, Ball.
Golem. Okay, fine.
For the people in the back, we're at a cutscene.
We're introduced to Morphing Ball.
Yep.
Oh, why does it gotta look?
Because his name is Ball Friend.
Why is it doing the fucking shit? What am I thinking of?
You tell us.
It's a game that I was like just playing, and there's hands.
I know what you're getting at.
It's not
Odyssey.
Yes! Yeah, okay. Whew.
Man, we figured that out.
All I could think of was
good job,
Smash
Scooby-Doo
Brothers,
crew.
and I was like, no, it was two hands, though.
Yeah, and they were definitely discombobulated.
Ugh. Okay, thank God.
I'm glad we figured that out before it killed us.
Ugh. I was gonna go home and cry.
Oh, I love this. Is this what I think it is, Courtney?
Mm-hmm.
For the people in the back, just a really amazing Bayonetta cutscene's about to happen. I don't even want to explain it. I don't think I can.
Volleyball?
Really?
Man, the new season of IQ is great.
Wait, Kara, look.
Don't buy it.
Call the ball! Call the ball!
No, instead they just beat the fuck out of it.
So they just kind of was like, hold up, we don't want to do this anymore. Punch.
Okay, but all I'm imagining with all the hands going after the ball like that is if I was at practice and everyone was just mine, because you have to call the ball before you hit it.
Oh.
I just love how that was an actual volleyball scene, and then they just dropped it.
They dropped the
And then
ball.
just punch it.
Fuck it, let's get it.
Just punch it.
So for a fun thing, like, because that happens in this game, and they never get it right in this game, but in the sequel, they actually do finish off the volleyball serve.
Is that a thing? Is that like a...
It comes back in the sequel.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait.
Because there is one golem and enemy, and it's a good callback.
That's pretty cool.
So Bayonetta 3 though.
Oh, yeah, that announcement. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I'm sweating.
Courtney can't deal.
I can't. I'm so excited.
I think I saw some red on Bayonetta. Courtney, what was that?
That was blood. She was bleeding. And
Bayonetta died.
y'all, everybody.
Then again, if you only played the demo of Bayonetta 2, you'd say the same thing. No, that was... What was that?
Stop that.
No, but it's in the demo, so it doesn't even matter.
I mean, it kind of still matters. Because it's a plot. It sets up the game.
But I think in any game or anything, first 15 minutes is free game. Because it's the first 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Unless the game's like 20 minutes long, but...
I guess.
Who was that? I can't remember.
It was Jean.
It was Jean? Yeah, see, to me, John died.
But like the trailer of Bayonetta 3 came out during the Game Awards, where Reggie was like, oh, he were showing off this thing for the Switch. And it was Bayonetta 1 and 2 getting announced for the Switch for February.
Which we also knew was happening.
Which I'm getting again.
Again?
This is the third time I'm buying Bayonetta.
Yeah.
But I'm really frustrated because Japan's getting an exclusive version and we're not.
That sucks.
And they're getting a steelbook version where it's like a nice hardcover with Bayonetta 1 and 2 on the cover. And it's a really nice attention to detail where the pose that Bayonetta does in the first game is switched with the costume of the second game. And it's vice versa. So like in the second game, she's like face back out with her butt showing, and they replace it and make it Bayonetta 1 doing it. So it's just a nice like, oh, hey, they're intertwined. They also get like exclusive art and cards and like stuff like that. I'm like, I would buy this. I'd buy it 3 times, but it's not available unless I import it because it's a region-free console. But it's still just a hassle to go through it.
But at least you have that option now.
Yeah, which I'm grateful for.
That's a good option. Yeah.
So what were you gonna say, Paul?
Monster Hunter World.
Oh yeah.
I don't know shit about that.
It's like I watched more previews and watched some of the classes and stuff. I remember you showed I remember you showed me the trailer for it. You said I might enjoy this game, and like I looked more into it and I was like, well, like apparently they're coming out with a PC release for it.
Yes.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. So Monster Hunter World. There's a lot of interesting classes, like, and I'm actually not going to go ranged for once. Like I actually kind of want to go like Lancer. Something like that. Like I want to be a tank.
Like I didn't get to try out the beta when it was up, so I think they're gonna do another beta, and I really want to try it out.
They had a beta?
Yeah, they had a beta.
But it was only for Switch.
Paul?
Yeah.
Did I fuck up? I think I put the game audios in the wrong one because one's not white.
Huh? No.
Yeah, because the red one goes on the right, doesn't it?
Yeah, the audio may be.
I mean, I might have. Yeah, I did. Yeah, because I flipped game audio, Paul.
You did. Now, would that have hurt the panning at all?
No, because it's just misplaced. Should we fix it or is it fine?
I
feel like we should because it'll be really disorienting.
Has chat said anything or
no? I really doubt anyone would notice.
Oh,
but it's also probably really jarring, like just in general.
Yeah, because all the sounds are coming from left to right.
Have you ever tried playing a game with the audios mixed up?
Why did it have
like left coming out of right and right coming out of left?
No.
It's a fucking headache.
Matter of fact, I've never like put my headphones on backwards on accident, and
I have. My headphones are really easy to do that with.
Yeah, it's hard to distinguish like the left and the right. Sometimes.
I know because the cable, but
yeah.
But like, there have been times I put it on the right.
When it's like dark inside the room and you can't see what you're doing, and it's just you just put it on and it's like this is jarring.
This is when I first got them. So should I switch them? I mean, it won't fuck up anything, will it?
No, you might just get the.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, noise warning. I'm gonna unflip the audio. I'm unflipping them.
Here he goes. He's on his way.
Oh boy, he's trying.
Oh boy. And they're out. Oh. Warning, headphone users. They're in.
Okay.
So,
all right, let me make sure the game audio is actually still coming through now.
give us a quick moment. We're checking to make sure that the game audio is going through for you guys. So I know you want to hear this awesome game audio that we have going on in the background.
I have a good debate for us.
A good debate?
Yeah. Is there a difference between trying your best and doing your best? And before we get into this, I just want to make sure that everyone's aware that this genuinely tore apart any, like, semblance of friendship between Katie and Alex when they both worked at the call center.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. They legitimately do not like each other anymore.
I remember this.
Trying your best and doing your best.
See, I remember me and you talking about the car, and at first we were on two different wavelengths, and then we realized it's situational.
Yeah, it does.
And then it was like,
context.
oh, well, if it's this, then trying your best is different. But if it's not,
what about these two? What about you, Courtney?
I'm sorry, doing my best
is
and
doing
trying
your
my
best
best?
the same thing as trying your best?
It kind of sounds like I need more context.
No. Just that's all the information we had to go on, and that's what tore the call center apart.
doing my best.
It did the same.
Alex
trying
said
my
that
best.
they are different, and Katie said that they are the same, and then they hated each other.
Wouldn't that be subjected to who the person is?
Well, yeah, that's why we're asking you.
Like, because I feel like me trying my best is me doing my best. Because I feel like me doing the best I can is also going to be putting forth a lot of effort to do my best.
Yeah. See? What about you, Paul? What's your opinion? Are they the same or are they different?
I don't know. I would just go down by definition, like what does trying and what does doing mean, you know? But I mean, trying is like an attempt to do something, and then doing is doing the action. Yeah.
So
doing the intent. Yeah.
Here was both sides, and then they couldn't see eye to eye for a while. But then so I was team they're the same thing. Because if you're trying your best, then you are trying as hard as you can, and what your output is the best output that you are capable of delivering in that moment. And if you're doing your best, then it's the same thing. Your output is the best output that you're capable of delivering at that moment.
And that makes
so
sense to me.
therefore, doing your best and trying your best are the same thing. But if you have a context where you're doing an activity that you have done before...
Yep. So, to interrupt for a second.
We're Googling the word doing.
Doing and
That's
trying.
just where we're at.
Yeah, this is where it's at. Like actually, so doing is the activities in which a particular person engages. So very basic. And trying was difficult or annoying, hard to endure.
Oh, but yeah, but that's not trying the verb. That's trying the adjective.
The adjective?
Oh, was it?
Yeah, trying time.
Oh,
or
that's the
whatever.
adjective. So there's also the verb. To make an attempt to do something.
Right. See, but if the output is the same when
Yeah,
you're trying
right.
your best versus doing your best, doing your best is is producing the best results that you can at that moment. Trying your best is producing the best results that you can at that moment.
Man, I have a headache.
So,
Here's where they become different, though.
Okay.
Where they become different things is if it's something that you've done before, you have an objective best that you can do under ideal circumstances. And so that one output is your objective best that can be done. But at another point in time, you're trying your best, but maybe the circumstances aren't ideal, and therefore the output is not the objective best that you can do. So you've tried your best, but you didn't do your objective best.
Sarah, I have a headache.
Okay, I get it, but it's still like,
Having a headache.
no, that's just kind of, honestly sounds really stupid.
Really stupid.
Well, it tore
You know
the
what's
call
not-
center apart.
You know what's not really stupid and doesn't give me a headache? The new
Rick
Star
and
Wars-
Morty, because you're really smart.
Yeah, my IQ's too high. The new Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
That I want to acknowledge that I like, and I don't want to say a lot about because spoilers, but I do want to say what Courtney?
No, it's just like I immediately thought of like a BS kind of like everyone dies. Layla was the killer, and Yoda was the true Sith all along.
Boy, wouldn't that be a fucking twist for the ages?
I'd watch that movie.
Okay, I'm gonna give out some code. I'm gonna give out some things that people who have already seen the movie will understand without spoiling it. Leia is the baddest bitch.
That's common knowledge.
Exactly, but you know, it's basically been solidified. What else? The Force finally got good reasoning to exist.
They didn't before?
No, because like I've always thought me being super deep into Star Wars means I know all about the Force and I understand it. You know, like because the Force is not like a noun, honestly. Well, it is a noun, but it's not like it's an idea, not a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I already knew that going into the movie. But they finally said it to the core audience that, oh yeah, it's an idea, not a thing. You know, because like it's like the classic knowledge that it exists between all things. You know, it's like I guess it is sort of a thing because it also links everything together.
It's like a unifier of all.
Yeah, but it's a force, you know. It's and I guess a force is a thing, but it's also a force is more of an idea than a thing, like a pushing force.
Right.
But yeah, it's fucking it's a very complex thing, and they finally did it the justice I thought it needed for the Star Wars canon. Where it's like no more like, and I don't mean like midichlorians, you know, the bane of the Star Wars fandom. I mean like actually explaining what the Force can do and how it's not just pushing an object,
right,
or with your mind or Force lightning. It's a binding.
You know
force.
what?
Oh man, he got it as beat. But yeah, I'm just really happy about that. The movie was long as sin, boy, which I didn't see it though, because now I'm just fucking waiting for the next one.
The only thing I heard about like the significance of the Force was like, man, I think I gotta learn calculus to understand the Force, and I was like, does that mean it's complicated or like
it's horribly complicated? It's like layers in Photoshop where it's complicated until you understand it. Then it's like, oh, that's easy as sin.
Okay, so it just takes some learning.
Yeah.
Guys, have you ever thought about the expression adjective as sin? And the implication that sin is objectively the most of any given adjective that you can think of.
Like gay as sin, or hot as sin.
So sin is...
Or round as sin.
Yeah, sin is the most round thing that can be encountered. Because when you're saying something's really round, you say it's round as sin.
Or as hell.
Yeah, just round as fuck. So fuck
As
is also the
damn.
roundest thing you can encounter.
What is all damn?
Oh damn!
All damn is really round.
Seems like it. Man, Kara's really... Kara knows I have a headache, and she's like specifically going for all the most brain-breaky shit she can today.
Man, is this Jaden Smith or what?
Yeah,
Oh,
too much New Yoki or whatever it's called.
Neo Yoki.
We still need to finish it and watch that.
Do we?
Yeah, the first 3 episodes.
God.
I recommend everybody here, in the front and the back, side to side, just watching the first 3 episodes of Neo Yokio is a good, this is what the show is, and it's not going to get any better.
Tyler's crying now because we're having a Star Wars discussion without him.
Oh.
It's okay, Evan. We care.
If you're coming to our thing, you'll
We
have
can
a
talk more
fun
about
time.
Star Wars, and we can talk about how Leia Organa proceeded to become the most bad bitch. Like, just Jesus Christ. And I can also say this. This is something I have been like losing my shit over. Kylo Ren might be my favorite Star Wars character.
I figured.
Like, of all fucking times. Like, he's such a good, well-developed character, you know? Like, he's just, like, in the trailer, have you heard his voice line in the trailer where he's, what does he say? Let the past die.
Right.
Kill it if you have to. And it's like, that's just, it's just so fucking absurd past what I expected from him, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He's a lot to stomach. He's super complicated. Brody, you are doing your damnedest.
I tried.
And like, he's like fucking, he's just...
He sounds like it. He sounds like a mouthful. Like
he
seems like he's he's a very well developed, like 3-dimensional character.
He's so fucking like.
I mean, because at first, first thoughts was like when the Force Awakens, like he was laughing stock, but actually they added some layers to him. No, like in the
that's
new
right.
one?
He was like a laughing stock in the first movie when he
He
took off
was.
the mask and all.
Yeah.
I love that. That was such a good fucking scene when he took off his fucking mask and became, you know, you stopped looking at him. You didn't look at him anymore as the new Darth Vader. You looked at him as this troubled, realistic character. You know.
Oh,
Person with woes.
So there's a lot more like of that in the new one.
I think they did a very good job expanding on that. Is what I'm saying. Like,
Okay.
I don't want to say, you know, I don't want to say anything about him because I'm scared I might spoil it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just they just did such a good fucking thing with him, and I just like as far as like developing a really believable character in the Star Wars universe. It's just my fucking favorite.
That's really cool. Well,
And then in the trailer, You saw the trailer for The Last Jedi, right?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I did.
When he was doing his voice line, "Let the past die," and he was First of all, he's a fucking badass pilot. That spinning TIE fighter shit.
Oh.
Yeah, he started putting the motherfuckers in revolutions while firing.
Oh.
It was fucking bad. It was like, holy shit, Kylo's not to be fucked around with. First of all,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's not like that's never happened in Star Wars. But that man was like barreling towards shit.
I
Well-
need to rewatch.
Yeah.
While we're still on this topic, everyone else is like, do you have a favorite Star Wars character?
Good question.
Jar Jar Binks.
Get out.
Like a legit answer.
He's underrated and a lovable buffoon.
Kara, have you heard the fucking fan theory that he might be the Dark Sith Lord?
Yep.
Oh, I've not heard that one.
That's a thing.
I mean, it sounds just about right because look what Naruto did.
Wait, what did Naruto do?
Toby.
Oh yeah,
Oh boy.
yeah, pretty much. But,
Freaking Toby.
okay,
Yeah.
so Jar Jar Binks. Do you have one? You haven't seen a lot of Star
Me?
Wars.
My favorite is actually Leia. Leia is my favorite.
Leia's a pretty bad.
Like, I liked Leia from the very beginning of what I haven't seen him.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's a fair character because she's like totally fucking like super.
Like, she's the one that, like from anything I've seen of Star Wars and of Leia, she had great character.
She a smart mouth bitch.
No, which I
Especially
like.
the original ones.
Which I like.
Paul, your favorite Star Wars character?
It's been a minute.
The Millennial Falcon.
Has to be my favorite ship. No.
He likes the Porgs.
What?
Who does it, apparently?
Fuck the Porgs, man.
What? Who's that?
That little thing that was screaming next to Chewbacca in the trailer.
This is Chewbacca in the trailer.
And then he went, ah! And I was like,
Everyone loves those
And I was like,
things.
never do that again.
Dude, never in your life. Oh, no. I remember my favorite character. It was the robot in Rogue One.
Oh, see.
Yeah,
Not
the,
C. Something 9 something.
Yeah.
I know you're talking about. He was pretty cool.
My second favorite would have to be the guy who was in Rogue One was actually the his partner. That he was the guy who helped the blind man. I forget all the character names.
Like
So the blind guy.
outside of Rogue One, because that's totally like a weird like string it like from main series like episode 1 through 8.
Episode 1 through 8. You know, I've never really thought about it because I've always played like from the game aspect.
That's true,
like
man.
so favorite game character Assassin Droid.
The fucking the sniper.
Wait a minute. Well, okay, I might have one.
Like Jedi or Sith, or Gray Jedi, which is my favorite concept.
I guess just aside from his death, like Jango Fett.
Oh, it's not a huge spoiler. Don't worry.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah.
This man said Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon.
Your tongue said Qui-Gon.
Who's that?
The weird dude with the weird head. He kind of looks like an egg. I don't know much about him.
Yeah.
What about Darth?
I'm sorry. I take that back. I take that back again.
That's it. Okay, but the rule for liking Darth Maul is that you can't say you like Darth Maul unless you've seen the Clone Wars series, because there was none of his personality in the movie.
Now here's why I like him, and it has nothing to do with Star Wars itself. It's because when my friend Danielle was 5 years old, she was really, 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 really scared of him.
Darth Maul?
Yeah,
Fucking
really
terrifying,
scared
honestly.
of him. But only he just looked scary. So not like she hadn't seen any of the movies or anything. She just thought that he looked like a demon, and so she was scared of him. And when she was 5 years old, she went over to her dad's house, and she was laying in bed, and her wallpaper was just like a bunch of Dalmatians. But she was half asleep, and all the Dalmatians turned into Darth Maul's face, and she looked under the bed, and he was under her bed when she was half asleep.
And that's scary.
And so ever since then, she was terrified of Darth Maul, and that's why he's my favorite.
That's amazing.
Because he was the subject of that story.
Their entire species is really cool. Dathomir. Yeah. That's what they call the Dathomir. I'm way too much of a geek for... Man, I'm a geek for all the geekiest shit. Like Star Wars and Pokemon.
What about Star Trek?
Oh, yeah, okay, good. I'm still sick.
I liked Star Trek, though.
What about Dungeons and Dragons.
I like the idea
I have literally no
Me too.
problem.
of D&D, but I don't like the implementing and how long it takes to set up.
Yeah,
No. But that's the thing. Like, you can make it shorter.
I
started
know.
building a character. I got halfway through and was like, I can't. I got distracted, and it's just too much.
Yeah.
I have the character sheet most of the way filled out, but I didn't finish it.
I'm going to issue a correction. Tyler told me that Darth Maul's spear, he's not Dathomirian. What they call him, Dathomirian or something? I forgot. But he's a Zabrak, whatever that is. But he's from Dathomir.
Oh, okay.
Oh, maybe big boy.
So I guess Dathomirian,
Get out of here!
Dath American, I don't know. It can be...
Daft Punk American.
Yeah, Daft Punk American could just be considered like a, like we're American because we're, raised in United States of America, but we're black and white and shit. I don't know. Anyways,
I'm sorry this is taking so long. He's not spawning.
I don't know why two of y'all on your phones.
My phone still thinks that I'm casting the screen of my phone to the Chromecast at my apartment.
Yeah, that's.
Can you
I
do
am
that?
all the way over here.
I should start blocking Kira's.
No.
Can you do that over the internet?
No.
No. You have to be connected to the same Wi-Fi as the Chromecast.
Gotcha.
My phone thinks that my Google Home is y'all's. It keeps being like, "Hey, you want to send this to your home?" It's like, "Well, it's not my home."
Right.
And
I'm in my home, but oh my gosh, it's just taking forever.
It sure seems like it. Shit. Ugh. Paul,
Yeah.
you got any Overwatch skins yet?
Not ones that I want right now. It's doing the same thing that it's doing the same thing that happened to me last time, and like this is where I feel like that. Yeah, I feel like that with the whole microtransactions issue, it kind of prompts you to kind of nudges you a little, just slightly. Because it's like I've been wanting this since the start of the event. I've been wanting this Anna skin, and at the beginning,
which skin? I'm sorry.
The Anna skin.
Oh, okay.
Oh
Yeah.
That's a cool skin.
It's a really nice skin, and ever since the event started, so they gave me the Hanzo skin like right off the bat. So the
Meanwhile, I
You got
get
that?
nothing.
yeah. So but then after that, like I got two skin. Well, no, I got Santa Clad from Torbjorn. Aside from that, I had two other legendary skins that weren't even part of the event, and I hate it when they give me skins like that because it's like
Yeah, same. It's like you can't just nudge it a little bit to the left for me.
right. Because like I mean anything that like in between events, like they just give me nothing but duplicates, and it's just like, well, they said that they fixed the loot box system where they would stop the amount of duplicates, but again, it's like I have more skins, so it's like the game gives me nothing but duplicates, and it's really frustrating because like I feel like I'm not getting enough winter skins.
Mm-hmm. I see what you mean.
In comparison to just regular skins, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I know I've gotten a lot of. Wait, what am I doing? Enough of like sprays and emote stuff and like victory poses, but the only like skin I've gotten is Farah's Frostbite,
Which was from last year anyway.
Right.
And it's not even legendary. So.
It's not
right, yeah.
I got Salmon to buy me 2 chests just cause. And I got Alpine 76 from that.
Oh, Alpine.
I don't like that.
I like it.
It looks-
It's one of my favorite new 76 skins.
It just seems very generic jobber to me.
That's all his skins though. That's the problem.
I know.
Yeah, the skin that I really wanted was Cyborg 76.
That one looked like Cyborg Jobber. I hated that one.
Yeah, I forget what was the other one. There was another skin that he had. So there was the Alpine. There was the there was this Halloween skin. I got that, but there was another one.
I know what you're thinking, but I can't think of it either.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to get. I have 4.4 thousand saved up right now.
You're lucky. See,
Yeah,
I'm like 1.2.
I wouldn't have had that much if it wasn't
thousand.
for the fact that I missed all of the winter shit. I mean, all the
Oh, the Halloween.
Yeah, remember I couldn't log into my account to get Anna's skin.
Oh,
I would have
yeah.
only had 1,500.
That's right.
So I'm just going to use that. I think I'm actually going to obviously wait till the last day, but I think I'm going to get Hanzo's. Because I need a skin for Hanzo, because I don't like playing Hanzo unless he looks different, because I hate him that much.
Yeah.
But
yeah, casual. There was a thing about his casual Hanzo skin, like how like his hair was weird. He had gray hair on the bottom and black hair on the top. It just didn't seem right. And
you're talking about the
casual Hanzo. So
yeah, I'm super mad about that. No, like, not the skin. I thought the skin looked fine. I'm super mad that everyone got so uppity about it. It's like, it's just a little hair on the side. And
they fixed it, but I mean...
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, good on Blizzard for listening to their community. That's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
But also, it's like...
They said, like, hopefully it's doing the one, like, from the comic. And, yeah,
and it's like, yeah, it's a little different, but at the same time, me as an artist, I'm like, oh, I'm glad to see this. That means an artist sat and developed this deeper.
I'm confused. I was, like, from the very beginning, I was confused about, like, the two different hair colors, so. From the start, I was confused. I was like...
I didn't even notice it. It was totally...
That was the first thing that I noticed. Like, I wasn't like the community where it was like, it wasn't like the comic, but, I mean, I was a little bit confused about, like, why he had black hair on the top and the rest of his hair going down his sideburns all the way down to his beard was gray.
He probably dies. He probably dyes his hair.
Yeah, he dies a lot. Because when I play Hanzo.
I feel like Hanzo would dye his hair. I hope they actually, like, develop him a little bit deeper.
You know, I kind of want some family closure, please.
I just need a reason to not hate Hanzo so much. I need for him to be a real character.
All right, he gets a boyfriend, and there you go.
Well, there's a lot of interaction voice lines. There's a lot of voice lines between Doomfist, between Widowmaker.
But they all of his voice lines are like, no, I'm me, and like a salty little.
But at what cost?
But at what cost?
Yeah. But the whole thing with Doomfist, like when Doomfist talks to Hanzo, the conflict. You were like, knock knock, who's there?
Conflict.
that was so funny. Dude.
That's my favorite thing to do is Doomfist to just be like,
knock knock, who's there? Conflict.
Hello, I like conflict. You look like you are in conflict, sir.
I am.
Conflict.
So there was a Genji that was on my team. Like, I constantly kept getting him on my team. And like there was one voice line he just kept saying, and I thought it was really funny. And it was for his Halloween one. And he's like, "My Halloween costume, Cyborg Ninja." And I'm like, Ninja. That's sad, but it's really funny that you make a joke out of it.
I actually never I've heard people say that voice line way more than I've heard the voice line. So the other day I went to listen to it, and he just sounded so adorable. I'm like, this blessed child. He was like, "My Halloween costume." Cyborg Ninja.
What else am I gonna go?
Sounded so casual.
This is not a costume. Freaking Winston's line.
Have you played Yeti Hunt?
Yeah, I played a lot of it actually.
This shit's fun.
Like I love playing both roles. Like
it's so well balanced.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
For the last night when I was playing with Courtney, I was like. If it's like both rounds, I got bitch slapped. I got killed because it was
all for real.
Yeah, because like I'm always the one that's like I'm getting like either silver or gold damage as May, like when I'm taking down the Yeti. But it was like I'm always the one like playing dangerously close. So he already has like, 3 meats,
and then you're like following to the 4th.
Yeah, and then he follows me, and I'm like, oh crap, why do I do this to myself every time? And it's like I try to run away, and then I put up the May wall. And he busts through the way wall, and I'm like, okay, I have my little cryogenic sleep thing, and then it's just like, okay, well, I have a few more seconds left on that, and then he bitch slaps me twice, and I'm dead. I'm like, okay, that's nice.
I found the pro strat for when he gets Yeti mode. Go into a corner. Well, always a corner, specifically a corner. Like it has to be an L-shaped corner, and put the wall diagonally.
Yeah,
because you can't get in. And the thing is, if he finds you within like half his time, he's gonna sit there for quite a while. As soon as that wall comes down, shift, and then he's gonna waste all his time. So at the very most, he gets like 1 kill.
Yeah, it's worthwhile.
Yeah, and it's just like this is great.
Like one thing I quickly picked up on is like Winstons that are really good. Like they always move around. You can never catch them. And they only come and attack you when they're mad. So
That's what I did. I made two of my friends so mad.
oh,
Like they were in voice chat. They were just salty. They were like quiet and stewing and angry because I got Winston. I was just cracking up because I killed them. Like I like mollywop. Then I went to another one, mollywop. And then I jumped and then landed in front of my friend. And I think he went into an iceberg. So I stood there, just standing still, no keys pressed. Hello. And then he broke out, and then I just mollywop. And they were so mad. Oh, hey, Courtney, you have a question.
Yeah.
What the hell is this thing?
Yeah, I could have said that like 2 hours ago, but we were on Overwatch. So, this is the current boss I'm fighting. I don't remember his name.
Justito. That's what it said. Justitution.
But it's, yeah.
Oh, I hate this boss so much. This is the nastiest part.
I was fighting my way out of heaven. I got back. I caught up with Luca and the little girl that she likes a lot. And they're like, oh no, this thing is going on. And Luca figured out that
No,
it
we
probably...
just want to know what it is.
Yeah, no, I'm getting there. It's a tentacle monster with 5 faces.
That's all we need to know. Unfortunately.
ew.
And that's like its heart.
Ew, I hate that.
And it has like multiple for each face.
Ew, it's just vomiting everywhere now.
Yeah, it's really gross. This whole boss fight is pretty gross.
It just looks like it's just sucking a dick.
Wow.
Whoa.
Look at it. Look at that one specifically,
It
like
does,
the
okay.
thick one and not the thin ones.
The
thick
thick
one.
one.
I would assume that the purple means
Oh,
dead.
That's such a cop out, though. Oh, well, you died.
yeah, it killed me because it said I didn't do the prompt.
Yeah, apparently not. Wow.
So you actually could have saved yourself.
Yep, and it took
Yeah,
all
it's
my
really
magic.
Forgiving.
Huh.
Like I fell off this boss a lot when I played it, and you just keep doing that, and it's like, oh, well, this is easy.
Not bad.
Ew, I hate this boss.
This has to be kind of the most. What is that acid?
I really like Chris Tortellini fingers. Kara.
What?
Kara's on her phone again.
Maybe.
Watch the game. What are you doing?
I have been watching the game. I'm the one who pointed out that it looked like it was sucking on a dick.
Kara won't stop getting on her phone. It's been a thing since we've known her, but she's like the most millennial.
I've never eaten avocado toast in my life.
Me either.
I don't think any millennial has. I think
I
that's
can't afford that.
Jessica loves
Actually, speaking
avocado
about
toast.
millennials-
She can afford a house.
Yeah, she's a rich millennial. She's not in the same bracket as us.
That's
Speaking about
true.
millennials.
She's not financially a millennial.
What about millennials?
Freaking so net neutrality is revoked.
Dead. It's fucking
It's
gone.
dead.
We fucking ruined it. Great.
Yeah.
We broke it. We broke net neutrality.
But there's still a lot of a lot more processes
Yeah.
that it has to go through, but
It can still be shut down, but I'm hopeful, and I'm more hopeful of the whole suing for like states suing the FCC.
Yeah, I was not aware how many people just like literally had no idea that any of this was happening or what it was.
I knew it wasn't. I thought about this earlier today. I was like, everyone I know and everyone on the internet thinks net neutrality is such this big topic, but it is such a small bubble. Just
Yeah.
because we are very like internet savvy people.
When I was at work, that's when I learned that no one knew what the hell. No one knew what anything was going on. No one knew anything about any of it.
What
And then
else?
I had me and Katie, because Katie knows about it. But me and Katie had to like explain it to everybody else at work. And then they
Yep.
were like, oh, well, that's not good. I'm like, yeah. And she was like, that kind of pisses me off. Like, yeah, it should piss you off.
what else that I found that was interesting was kind of how generation locked it is, sort of too.
yeah.
Because like I know my mom usually keeps up with current events and issues,
Did she
as
know
well
that?
as my grandparents as well.
Was she up on it?
No,
Really?
She was not.
Yeah, see, it's just such a small bubble. That's
Right. I knew about it, but
right. Yeah, of course we did. We spend way too much time on the internet.
We
Exactly.
spend the perfect amount of time on the internet. Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
24/7.
Also,
Exactly.
though, one of the biggest not biggest, but like the most relevant, if you can even call it relevant, arguments that I've heard against net neutrality is like, because the internet is taking things over, then your normal like routine of coming home and watching your cable news is gonna go away.
That doesn't matter.
I know it doesn't matter, but to old
so
people
dumb.
it matters. To old people it's like, but I don't have the online and I want to keep my news on the TV.
Then watch TV.
I mean, it's not like they can't. It's not like it's going
No,
away.
I know, but they think it's going to.
But like,
and I'm like, that's the only thing I can think of where it's like, I guess at least that makes sense as a thing that you'd be scared of, but also it doesn't matter and also doesn't really work.
So you're gonna be really mad at me.
Me or
No, Kara is.
I'm always gonna be mad.
Yeah, but you're really gonna hit me for what I'm about to say now.
Oh no.
So, you know, those true neutrals trying their best to find, just to try to think, well, maybe. So I thought to myself the other day, if the net neutrality thing does end up happening, and we're 5 years in the future, and Comcast is paying us, having us pay $10 more for this and $20 for everything, whatever. I thought to myself, well, maybe we should just see what Ajit Pai has to say, or not say, but obviously he's a fucking crook. But I was like, maybe we just need to see what will happen, because I'm a wait and see kind of person. But no, I was like, no, I probably shouldn't. I like being able to actually post art online and make a career. So don't give me that look. I already realized that it's
wait and see is how everything bad happens, like in the whole fucking world.
But just
every time something bad happens, it's because too many people waited to see if it would be bad, and then it was.
Just tell her that I'm taking the active stance, though.
Okay, yeah, but just, you know what? You got in my zone.
AutoZone?
No.
AutoZone.
Got in the zone. Yeah, so I was like, because like there's a part of me that's like, I don't know if I could say that someone is truly corrupt. Oh, I hate this so much. Oh, this is my least favorite scene.
Hitler.
Oh, by the way, it
Hitler was
talks.
pretty corrupt.
Yeah, so maybe, given that Hitler did not just he wasn't just born from a void of corruption, I'm pretty sure people just can be corrupt.
I'm the type of person who tries to see the good in everyone.
So
Even
am I.
me.
And you know what happens when you try and see the good in everyone is
end up
that
feeling
they don't do
betrayed
their
and
jobs and then
disgusting.
you have to fire them.
Yeah.
There's just sometimes people are just not good people, and sometimes they're also not good employees.
Which is why you fire everybody. Because you're looking for the perfect employee.
And I'm not looking for the perfect employee. I'm looking for an employee
Kara's
who's not
actually
gonna
the real Sith
who's not
Lord.
gonna fuck everybody else over, steal time, make Andrea do all of the work because she feels compelled to pick up slack after everyone, even though I told her that like she's not obligated to do that.
Oh,
Well, shit.
goodbye.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just looking.
People can be corrupt.
I'm just looking forward to this whole state suing the FCC thing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking most forward to, if it gets that far. Excuse me, if it gets that far.
I kind of feel like people in general aren't going to get worked up about it until they start, because people who don't know what's going on with the whole situation or just like haven't kept up with it or just like don't really care to like follow it or
for them
whatever.
it's just another topic that's blowing in the wind.
But even then, most people use the internet a lot, even if they don't use it the same way as like us.
I'm pretty sure most households
so
today are in some way, shape, or form connected to the Internet of Things.
Yeah, except for like really old people, like 80 years old.
And not even, and some, even some of them.
Yeah, but I'm like, but my grandparents are not. They don't have internet. I hate going over there.
How do you not have internet?
They just don't.
But hey,
they just
guess
don't
what?
have internet.
Kara, you have a Switch now.
I know I do. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, like even if the internet, like even if you don't use the internet, it's gonna hit your pocketbook.
Yeah, absolutely. Like,
And like once it starts taking your money, like you start looking, and it's just like,
Yeah, I think that it's just going to take it happening and then people realizing that they're paying a lot more and then getting pissed off.
Well, honestly, I don't even think that's really going to happen, because I think what's going to happen is the same thing with cable, where it becomes like I'm saying worst case scenario here, where it becomes normalized, and a lot of people don't understand that when you pay for cable, you're basically just lining some man's pocket.
Yeah,
You're not really getting the service that you're paying for. You're lining someone's pocket.
That's true. Cable did kind of
and it's a huge ripoff. We all know it's a ripoff. I'm pretty sure they know it's a ripoff, but they just don't understand the idea of alternatives.
and they've done everything to screw the consumer over. They've throttled us. They have provided faster services and not delivered.
For who? Internet or cable?
For cable providers, for everybody. Yeah. So Like we're paying this price premium for really crappy.
Yeah, what I don't get is like, why do they need more control over like what people are paying for? I'm already if I pay for internet, I want to pay for how fast and how slow my internet is. I don't want to pay for what I can and can't access to.
Right.
Yeah, and I guess that's the same for Verizon. Like I have unlimited data on this phone, but I still have limitations, and those limitations are, like, for example, for hotspot, I only have 15 gigs of streaming data to another device.
That's dumb.
Yeah, even though I have unlimited data.
Yeah, that's really dumb. I think the whole unlimited data thing is totally a marketing ploy anyways.
Oh, yeah. It's the thing where a lot of people are like, unlimited data. And they're
because, like, let's break it down. We live in 2017 where bandwidth is so fucking common for these providers now that they don't need to charge an arm and a leg anymore. We've moved past, the confounds of minutes and text per month.
Oh, I remember those.
To the point that like bandwidth is it's not there yet, but it's coming to the point where everything, because every phone service is unlimited minutes. Because it's just gotten so easy and cheap
still a little bit.
Provide those minutes.
I'm curious about that because, like, what do you say that to the gaming industry? Because, like, what is it? Like, I'm trying to understand the whole server issue. Like, as to why, like, when you have an influx of people that join the servers and the servers are like crap, like, you have not, you do not get any good performance because there's so many people on the servers.
Right.
Like, is it the game's fault or is it their service? Is it their ISP's fault?
There's a lot of things there. All right, so like starting at their place first, it could be a number of things. It could, like with APB, it was their hardware, I think. It was their. Well, let's actually go a little bit deeper. It could be the game. The netcode could be very faulty, and good netcode is optimized. That's the whole deal of it. Like, what game was it with perfect netcode? You said the fighting game.
Perfect netcode.
It said it was fucking like flawless, like almost time and time again. Really, the game is known for that. It was Tekken something or something cross Tekken or Tekken cross something.
I'm blanking right now because there were so many. Like, there's been a lot of good ones as of late.
Yeah, it's gotten a lot better. But you know what I'm talking about.
But like
right?
the GGPO is usually what it's like the system they're using because it's rollback, so it feels almost just like perfect. Like online for ARMS feels really good because it's like
is it GGPO?
I don't know because it's Nintendo. Nintendo has their like own thing, so it's like we don't really know.
Yeah,
but like a lot of things, like if you see GGPO on a lot of games or it's a rollback netcode, it's really good. It tends to be really good, and it adjusts depending on who and what it is, and it's not like a PowerPoint slideshow.
Yeah.
Some games it does it, like Skullgirls for some reason, like it has really good online, but if someone has just a really bad connection, it can't save it.
Right. Yeah. Of course. There's no such thing as perfect netcode.
Exactly.
But yeah. So it's like. Obviously, the software itself could just have shitty netcode, where it doesn't optimize data well.
Battlefield 4 had
no, that probably had decent netcode.
No, they had to switch up to netcode. Like when Battlefield 4 first came out, like it had pretty bad netcode, and they had to switch it out to make it feel better for the players.
Well, probably on a mass scale, yeah.
Yeah.
And then past that, you can have issues with hardware, where maybe this one's a little bit more rare because usually people who run servers have more server than they need. That's
exactly.
When you do servers, you get more than you need.
Mm-hmm.
And then it could be the ISPs. I had a problem one time where I was trying to stream to this one drawing streaming service where my connection to specifically he only had one server.
Oh.
But my connection to it was mostly fine.
Yeah.
But my connection to the people who he leased his server from was very faulty because they were just shit. Oh. So he ended up switching server providers, and that was that. That fixed that. Okay. So, and that was this very specific disconnect between that company he was getting his service from and that specific node that they were connected to through Comcast.
That's weird.
Yeah, so it was very, very specific issue, and they didn't want to fix it, so he switched. And then then it could be. It's just so many things. It's so many things it could be.
Dang. Yeah, that sounds like it sounds like a ongoing because like
Good times.
Yeah,
Sure.
Good times. Thumb
Fun
cramps.
times. Let's just say fun times.
Thumb cramps with the MMO mouse. Not good times. But like, ever since it came out for Steam, like the servers are like unplayable. Like,
Oh, really?
You go to do a mission or to do your quest, and you come back and you want to go turn it in, and it takes like 5 minutes sitting there trying to like tap the button over and over again to engage the conversation with the guy so you can just turn it in.
That's really bad.
Yep.
Never lose it. Understand?
Oh.
You must keep it safe. Close.
For the audience in the back, we're watching a cutscene right now.
A really heartfelt, good cutscene, like showing really good character development for her.
And something looks familiar here. Something from a trailer of sorts, you should say. I think I did see this scene already, but I just didn't put that together.
I still have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Uh-oh.
Mommy,
Oh,
there's
shit.
Kara.
If that had crashed, I would have cried, though.
Would you really?
No, probably not.
So would you laugh or cried or
I
nothing?
didn't quite get emotionally invested in it. Oh, no.
Oh,
There she goes.
Like,
that's been added to my thing. It's like, there she goes.
like, okay, you saw how Luca did something and like jumped in action, and that's why I want him to be somewhat playable.
Because he can still do
He can still do stuff, but he won't
he's
be
not
as
horribly
good.
useless.
He's just very
Clumsy.
clumsy and very perverted. Like
Oh, wow.
he gets called out for looking at Bayonetta's breast or copping a feel.
Like that last cutscene, like he like was about to kiss her.
Yeah, I mean, he
And ran
like, there's a lot of like sexual tension between the two, but it's not real. Well, at least on her half.
Oh, I've never seen this map. I've never been here. This is where I have to start paying attention.
Before we move on, since I changed outfits to the Link outfit, and it comes with the Hylian shield and sword if you equip the sword, but the shield stays and it's on her arm, and it does have an added effect. It gives me the parry attack and whenever I want it,
Oh, cool.
so I don't have to equip the item to do it. So I technically get another part.
That's nice.
So it's like, yeah, if you want to have a good time.
Is this easy mode?
Is this easy mode?
No, it's not Diva.
That's what what's it was playing yesterday. He was playing a lot of Diva.
Yeah. Oh, you missed it. We had pizza yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
It was some good pizza.
Oh,
Oh, that was hot. I like getting fisted too.
Stop talking.
On a good Sunday. Hey, today's Sunday. I'm late for my
Yeah.
fisting.
Guys, I just got a legislative survey from one of the senators for Indiana. And one of the questions, two relevant questions. One of them was, do you support or oppose allowing the sale of alcohol in licensed businesses on Sundays?
Opposed. It's stupid.
What?
What?
Like, opposed.
We should be allowed to
Yeah.
sell alcohol on Sundays.
Yeah, it's a dumb law that you can't.
Yeah, so you support
Yeah, you support,
being
not
able to sell.
oppose.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
I was about to say. I was like, hold on.
You really feel that strongly people shouldn't buy alcohol on Sundays.
That's a day of God.
But his blood was wine.
That's a day of God. We don't get drunk and we don't
But-
hooligan around on my
But it-
Sunday after I get out of church. I just don't think we should have.
But we legit in the Bible, his bread and bone, like his bones was bread, and like his blood was wine.
Flesh was bread.
I thought it was bone.
I thought it was.
No, it was
this
just
is my
flesh.
flesh.
It's
I also
flesh,
thought it was
correct?
flesh.
Yeah.
Can we
But
imagine a dude who actually had like bread flesh,
I was born with glass.
skin and paper bones,
No paper skin.
the paper skin. Every morning I break my arms, and every night every morning I break my legs, and every night I break my arms.
I lay in bed waiting for the heart attack to put me asleep.
How dark? Oh, I have done this. I remember this.
I like the sound effects when he falls down the little.
The glass shattering. It's
What gets
terrible.
me is when he just goes like,
Oh.
No, but so that one was one. So there's, I guess, a chance maybe that we'll be able to buy alcohol on Sundays
I saw
now.
that coming. Yeah.
Can we also get a ability to buy cars on Sunday?
That what?
What?
You can't buy.
That-
Because remember,
is a thing,
yeah, because
you're right.
your sister was having that problem.
What the hell?
You cannot buy cars on Sunday.
Why can you not buy cars?
What? That's my only day off. What the hell? Do cars have
Exactly.
to do with the fucking day of the Lord? What the fuck?
Kara, you can't drive on God's day.
But how am I gonna get to church?
You walk it for Jesus. I don't know. I'm trying here.
Oh boy, he trying.
It's my true neutral coming out.
That is completely random, though. Like, I never thought you. Well, are they closed?
Can I also get Chick-fil-A on Sunday, please?
Yeah, Chick-fil-A.
Is that illegal now?
They're not open Sundays.
Yeah, they
Because
don't-
it's a Christian-owned thing.
Of course.
I hate Chick-fil-A.
I like their food.
They don't like it. They don't like me though.
Their food's not good enough for it to overcome how much I hate them. Everything I hear about them, I'm like, what the fuck? Fuck Chick-fil-A though.
I
But,
mean, well,
but that
they can't.
nugget sauce though, hit me up.
I mean, fuck most places.
We had Chick-fil-A at Ball State. It's not that great. Like, it's just not. Is the fact that they annoy me so much just ruining the taste of their food?
It could be. But
Maybe.
also, $1 chicken. $1 chicken sandwiches at JEL. Or was it two?
Hit me up.
Was it $1 or $2?
It was $2.
Man, it was fucking amazing. though.
Oh, okay, hang on. Tyler texted me and he said that you can't buy cars on Sundays because dealerships like having a guaranteed day off, so they lobbied to have it banned on Sundays. Fuck dealerships for a lot of reasons, but now they're taking away my ability to buy a car on Sunday?
Quick question. Is lobbying illegal?
No.
How?
I don't know, because it's basically bribing, but
It's
it's
literally
it's
bribing.
totally legal.
It should be illegal. But it's... Man, we really need, like...
That's
Maybe Tyler can weigh in on this one too,
Yeah.
eventually.
Oh.
Keep my phone up.
Okay. Yeah.
a millennial.
I don't know. I feel... Yeah, you fucking millennial. Kara's a millennial falcon.
millennial.
What the hell's a millennial falcon?
There's an aluminum falcon.
It was
Okay,
like 9
but the
parsecs.
second one is that I guess they're considering tolling I-465, making it a toll road.
What?
Why?
Why?
Well, okay, it's apparently
that's a horrible idea.
barely under consideration because the question was worded like, should legislation officially remove from consideration tolling I-465? And I was like,
Oh,
yes.
so in other words, it's already on the way out.
It's
See,
yeah,
I
but
don't-
like
Well,
it's been thought about. I guess it's
Yeah.
stupid
We
though.
pay enough taxes already. I mean,
we don't pay that much taxes in Indiana. Do you know how much? Dude, do you know how much taxes in Chicago? I mean Illinois. Like 10 or 11%. Their taxes are high as shit. We here in Indiana don't have the worst taxes, honestly. And well, we don't really need money that much. Well, we need money, but we're not harkened up for cash, are we here? Like we're doing pretty good as far as budgeting. We just approved $300 million for a bus system. You must be doing all right.
Sorry, I was so
But
happy.
we didn't really use it very effectively to have decent public transportation in the first place, and now we're in a position where you have to spend extra money to fix it.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, as long as it gets better. Throw money until it works. That's
okay,
the
so
goal.
Tyler said, not all lobbying is bad. Groups like the ACLU lobby all the time. Bad lobbying is when it's used to buy favors. But I would argue...
Yeah, I would argue any of it is bad.
I would
because-
argue we wouldn't need as much of the good lobbying if the bad lobbying wasn't so...
prevalent.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just misunderstanding what actually lobbying is.
What is? Let's get a Google definition. What
And then
is-
maybe that's where the disconnect's coming from.
Okay, well, I guess he's right. Because apparently the true definition of lobbying is seek to influence a politician or public official on an issue.
I feel like then you shouldn't be able to use money in it then.
We should have some more strict guidelines on lobbying.
Yeah, that's I guess where I stand on it, is you shouldn't be able to like
So-
essentially bribe someone to take your stance.
so like what we're doing with
Technically calling your congressman is lobby. Okay, well then yeah, okay, I'm not against
yeah,
exactly.
lobbying.
actually whoever you're talking to right
Tyler.
behind, but yeah, because I was just about to say that. I was like, technically, yeah, contacting about an issue like that is the
Technically,
same.
it's technically seeking to influence.
Okay,
That's the
so
same.
he just said they don't with air quotes. Well, not air quotes, they're literal quotes because it's a text message.
Okay.
I did air quotes.
Yeah, okay. From
They
quotes
don't
to air
use
quotes.
money.
When they lobby, when people lobby like for like negative reasons.
Like it when she calls you mummy.
Yes.
Oh, well, shit.
We'll just wait.
Well, I'm pretty sure there's like some under the table stuff that happened.
Oh yeah, for sure. See,
Yeah.
that's the problem. It's like this is like.
Oh, they just say they will support their campaign with money,
Oh yeah, I
with
saw
money.
that. No. I think I
So-
saw that. Where lobbying, like paying someone off, is illegal, but they get around it. No, that's wrong. I'm thinking media and movies. That's actually a thing that happens in movies though, where it's like we won't give you money for the movie. We'll give you money. We're not going to give you $1 million to promote our product. We're going to give you $1 million to do another thing, and
I
then
just-
also you put it in there as a wink too.
I just have a question about where you learned this information. Was it from Matt Pat's
Yes,
emoji movie
yes,
video?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Man, thanks for fucking calling me out.
Yeah.
Yay!
Now-
Call out.
Now I just went from looking like educated in the subject to a fucking moron in 3.2 seconds.
Well, damn. This is like the fastest career.
I mean, it's accurate
Top
information.
10 anime deaths.
top 10 anime days.
It's not like Matt Pat didn't do his research.
Which I really appreciate.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Did he?
Like the whole time when he's leading up to being like the emoji movie breaks a bunch of laws, get mad about it. He was like, actually though, here's all the reasons why it doesn't break laws, but it kind of should be illegal.
Yeah, where it's like, well, how come he's not breaking laws, but we are?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is totally fucking.
Oh, was that the comparison between YouTubers and the movies?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is fucking terrible.
Oh,
But
I
that's
watched that,
just a
yeah.
theory, is what Tyler said.
But
See, I
that's
get-
just a theory.
I get really mad when I see on a
Theory.
YouTube video includes paid promotion, because first of all, the reason why it exists is because, you know, air quotes here, hold up. Air quotes here, people feel bad, you know, like when they're coaxed into a paid advertisement thing. And it's like most good people disclose that it already happens on TV, and there's just so many things wrong with it. And I'm not mad at YouTube. I'm not mad at YouTube because I feel like they don't want it there either, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm mad at the industry.
Yeah.
Are we ever going to enter like a golden age of honesty?
Oh.
You don't
No.
think so?
We've never had one before.
Can it happen?
Ideally, but I don't think it will.
No. I don't think it ended at like at
40?
least 20 or 30
I don't
years
think
ago.
so. Honestly,
No, I'm the only person who's.
I'm very
super hopeful.
no. I'm
about-
hopeful for it. I'm
I-
so hopeful for it.
I have
just
a little
honestly,
spot
in what,
in my
though?
heart reserved for
Honest?
hope that the world will be honest, but it's very small because it's just not going to happen.
Because, let's be honest here. A lot of the issues we have today are based on deceit and greed
Yeah.
and all that shit like that. And it's like I want to see a human age of honesty where it becomes legit. Like the desire to, even if you're not particularly a bad person, the desire to help yourself is outweighed by the desire to help the world, you know, in an honest, true, open way, where it's like, you know, not to put my mom out on the spot, but you know, my mom's from another generation where she's raised like you do what you got to do to survive, you know. If that means here's an example. My mom, she's been lining me up some clients with some of the people that she knows, because she knows a lot of people somehow in need of graphic design work. And she told this one man, he just wanted a half and half picture. Like half this picture in his face and then have the Photoshop for this. That's easy as sin. I could do that in under an hour. And I was like, $50. And I felt like that was a bit much. It's not, because, you know, you're paying not just for labor but also experience.
right,
But,
which is important.
Yeah. So I'm like, just tell him 50. I'll do it for 50. But and the thing was, he has to have a good photographer. I'm not working with bad photography on this. And then she's like, I'll tell him 200. And I'm like, sure, you can. I don't care, but I don't think he's going to go for it. Then she sends me a fucking text log where she tells him 200 with her lying ass. And he's like, all right. Yeah. So
Damn.
For an hour of work, I could just be getting $200 if it all goes through.
You're worth it though.
I mean,
I would pay you $200 if I had a project.
for a
Yeah,
half and
that's
half
that's
picture.
Well, I don't know about maybe that.
that's kind of like how sound engineering is. Like, I mean, really, the biggest part is setup and breakdown. Like, I mean, at the show, I mean,
That is the hardest part of this. Like, once we get it going, we're done. We
Yeah.
just sit here in front of microphones and it kind of does it for itself.
exactly. And like for live events where there's like lots of instruments involved, and maybe you have to do some real time adjustments. That's just minor tweaking and all that. Aside from that, you can just sit back and just be good. You know, just
Right.
be good.
Do you think part of it comes from what I'm going to consider paying for the hassle? And Courtney, I want to hear your opinion on this as an illustrator. You think so?
Honestly, yes. Like full on.
Like chances, yeah. Like
'Cause,
if
like-
you're at a, oh sorry,
Good. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
no, like if you're at a venue and the place maybe is not either in the best acoustic standing or possibly the
Love this scene so much.
the structure, like it's. Hold on.
I'm sorry for the people in the back. This fucking awesome punch out scene between Bayonetta and John, and I just love it so much because they're both going into it with all of their shit.
And I win.
Yeah.
Teresa.
It's a razor.
But
For the people in the back, who just got swallowed up by that water?
Not yet.
Oh, Bayo.
Isn't
That was Bayonetta?
I think so. I have a glare on my screen.
Oh, you do?
oh,
From the light?
Yeah, it's like
Oh, I'm sorry.
it's directly in the middle. That's why I'm using
Okay.
for the most part.
I see.
And right now the thing is sinking, and I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, I just love that scene. But
But
yeah,
yeah,
man,
it
we've
was-
gotten really deep right about now, didn't we?
Yeah, it was about like just
Oh.
charging extra for different houses or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, like, cause like, if someone pays me for a picture, I'm not charging a lot of money just because I want to line my pockets. I'm charging extra money because this is going to be quite a difficult undertaking. You know, if you want me to draw 4 characters in, or let's say 5 characters in the Ginyu pose, that's going to be me having to cross-reference the Ginyu pose and make sure I get the.
You know what's a weird thing I've noticed with people who want commissions
What?
or whatever is like they'll not understand why the price would like double if you request a picture with 2 characters because they're like, but it's still just 1 picture, but it's twice as much drawing.
It is. Okay, so there's this weird thing with that where it just depends on the artist. I don't double my prices for extra characters.
But it's extra.
No, yeah, it's extra, but I don't double it. Like you can, because it's technically 2 drawings. But like, if in the same picture, if you had even your same character in 2 different poses, I would only charge like half for the second. You know?
I mean, but see, that to me feels kind of like buy 2 get 1 free. So it's like
Yeah.
it's kind of like or buy 1 get 1 half off or whatever. Because then it's like you're trying to encourage them to give you more money by giving them a discount on more content in what
Yeah.
they're buying.
Because it goes to like the whole bulk buying thing.
But then people's even with that, they'll be like, "Why is it extra? It's the same picture. I just want how the price like for a picture."
I don't think I've ever ran across that.
Really, I
Yeah.
have
That's been a
I've
thing.
never seen that.
not like super recently. So maybe people are
No,
no, they're not.
no. People
You're just hanging around better people.
I guess
like
good then.
I legit just saw a thing today about a person who was going to commission someone, and like how they thought they should have just done it for free for the typical answer exposure, and that's not cool.
I
But-
follow an entire Twitter called For Exposure.
Oh no.
It's great. It's nothing but that type of shit. Here, I'll read some off.
Oh no.
They're really good.
But let me
No, continue. I'm sorry.
but like suddenly they were like, oh, you should be doing it for free because like all the exposure you're gonna get from my channel because I'm super popular and blah blah blah. Right. And the person's like, I'm sorry, but I do need to make a living off of what I need to be doing because it's my
Exactly.
craft.
Exactly.
And it was just a whole bunch of like stuff like that and going back and forth explaining that I'm sorry, but I'm not doing it for free. And then the person just got really violent and really upset and like even did the whole threatening to kill themselves if they didn't do it
Damn.
Yeah, that's
because you wanted free art.
Oh, here we
Let's
go.
just find one.
God, Ugh, this blog. I actually remember this is very, very common on Facebook. Okay, so what they do is they just like basically they just self-post the what was said that was like the offensive thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and oh, you're talking about For Exposure?
Well, it was a posted text message like through that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so here's one they posted. LMFAO, okay. At least I'm saying credit to the artists. If the artist DMs give me credit, then I'll tag them. Now this discussion is over.
Wait, say that one more time. Please?
Basically, they were saying like, yeah, if the artist messages me, then I'll credit them.
But
why?
Right.
What does that have to do with anything?
Right.
They're selfish. Oh man, this whole blog is like fun. I remember one time someone commented, like someone got called out on for exposure. So then the person who got called out commented on the post, and then they just posted that comment. Like, why are you digging yourself deeper?
Wow.
It was so funny.
I find music even harder, to kind of find a price for. I mean,
It's impossible. I cannot think how to price music.
it's easier to say, like, per se, if you're doing like a film score, if you're doing video games, music and all that, because you're assigned to a contract. And it's easier, what you're like, they're probably gonna, give you so much per hour to work for certain deadlines or whatever. And that, and also maybe based on length or how long the songs are, I mean, you can charge accordingly. But in just doing a regular commission for music, like, I don't know, it seems to be hard to price.
Yeah, because genre comes in effect.
Yeah.
Okay. So Tyler has a question that I think one of you guys can tackle, Chris or Courtney. I realize that you can't see me looking back and forth because
They can probably hear
audio.
it though, actually.
Me
'Cause-
turning my head?
Yeah, because the thing is, when you talk at this angle, it sounds different because you're not.
Oh, you mean just
You're
with
not
my
looking
voice? Okay.
direct-
yeah.
I thought you meant like the actual sound of my head turning. No, but
Dramatic
Tyler said,
turn.
what if you don't know the artist? Like if I got something from Google Images, and I feel like this is a really common thing.
Oh,
Well, can't
wait,
you-
wait. What do you mean? I got it.
Right.
Like you have a picture that you got from Google Images, and so you don't credit the artist because you don't know.
Then
the
you don't
artist.
post it.
That's the rule. Don't post it. You don't post it. If you can't backwards find it, don't post it.
Right. Like you don't have.
Yeah, I mean, like, and it's like, okay, let me put out some information. I am the most lax person in the world with like posting art that's not yours and shit. Like for me, me as an artist, I don't care if you use my art. I don't care. I don't care if you even claim it as your own. I don't care. I don't care if you use your profile picture. I don't even care. As long as you don't try to sell it, I don't care. I really don't care. It's like all that, and it's even I think it's up to the artist. If you do it to me, that's fine. Do I want credit? Yeah, but I know I'm not going to get it, so I don't really think about it that much. But at the same time, you need to. It's a thing about respecting that artist's boundaries. That's still their intellectual property, and you need to respect that. So
That's
like.
fair. Would you say there's a general consensus on things like using art like for your icon for a website? Like, let's say you didn't post it anywhere. You don't plan on posting anywhere. You just
But it's
liked it
your
and you were like, I
profile
really
picture.
want to use it as like my profile picture. Is there like a general stance?
You would
on that?
ask if you can find the artist and like ask.
But let's
if
say
it's
you
okay for
can't
them.
find the artist. Would you say that it's still not
usually
acceptable?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's usually for the most part okay. It's when you start running like art blogs
Mm-hmm.
and then like because like if someone finds your profile picture, they can probably backwards find it. But when you start like making posts about it and like trying to build an audience around it, then
That's
it becomes
fair.
an issue.
Like
where-
I've seen a lot of. I'm sorry.
no, go ahead.
Like I've seen like so many times where it's like, hey, like this is my art, and he's like, I don't mind using it for a profile picture or anything like that, but you're using this blog as like writing a fake story about my character or having a role play blog.
I find
and stuff
that
like
weird.
Yeah, I find
I
it
find
really
that straight
odd.
weird.
There was one artist I really like. It just goes by Moose. Don't worry about that. But like his character, like one of his characters was used on like someone's like Tumblr or whatever, and it was like a super like changing the backstory of what this character was, and like just having like, oh, he's this and this tragic backstory and this, and I was like, but it wasn't built like this. And when he asked you to not use his character like that, you got really defensive, like you made it yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not yours, honey. Yeah, it's a weird world being an artist right now. Like I've seen artists who they'll post something on Tumblr and a really good drawing, and it'll get like 76 notes total, which for those of you who don't Tumblr, that's very low for as far as getting your art out there. It's
Yeah.
very low. And then someone will take it, post it on their probably more established blog, and not because they've done anything particular other than postings of similar subject matter, which is proven to gain more exposure. That's how the YouTube algorithm works, because it's proven to be a successful model, right? So you have this blog where all you post is the same shit, and this happens to line up with that, and you post it. Their post got 76. You download the picture, post it. Now you get 10,000 notes. What happens to that artist? What do they get?
Nothing.
They don't get anything.
Unless someone like with a good conscience goes back and say, "Hey, where is it actually from?"
Yeah, and
and that's not going to happen all that often.
The good news is that websites are usually pretty nice. I've never seen this. This is really cool. I've never seen websites take a bad stance on it. You hold up. I cannot say something. This is really cool. Where the people in the back, one of the coolest aliens just showed up.
So this. Yeah.
Is he speaking words?
Yes.
Okay,
he's speaking. They are speaking a language.
Oh, but it's not English.
No.
Okay, well, because I can't hear very well right now, and plus, obviously, it's turned down. But it sounded like he was doing like Banjo-Kazooie noises.
It's not that. Like, there is a language they are speaking. Bayonetta understands that language, but she just chooses to speak English.
The Star Wars effect.
Yeah.
Yep.
There was a full-on language that's like just out there, and like anything that has like magic on it or like things like that, it has like weird like description. It actually is a language that can be translated. And they did
like
post.
Alien?
Yeah, they did post that alphabet. Bayonetta herself, when like for her hair ribbon, has a message on it, and it's a message from her parents. So if you can get a hold of the ribbon, you can translate in what it says.
That's amazing. Hey Paul, I want to harken back to our old conversation. I actually wanted to ask you. I'm not trying to put you on the spot or anything.
No.
Because like we're all basically young professionals right now.
Yeah.
But have you ever gotten paid for anything like audio technician or music related? Have you had any paid gigs yet?
I've had like one, and the payment was really. It was a bad experience. I just say that he kind of ripped me off, sort of. Which is why like the next few times I'm a little bit skeptical about like what he wanted me to do later on, because just recently he contacted me about stuff, and I just want to make sure that we have something solid, more intact this time, if I'm going to do anything for him again.
I understand that.
So, but yeah, aside from that, no, I haven't really. I've done a lot of volunteering.
I've
like
noticed.
more than I should have right now.
No, but that's good though, because that's experience.
Yeah,
As long as someone's not trying to tell you that they're paying you in experience, and you're going into it with the intention of volunteering.
That's like half of your. What is that? That's like half of your. When you do the thing. That's half of your internships.
Yeah.
It's like, I have no time for this. I got to spend like an 8-hour shift here, and I'm not getting paid a dime for it.
Internships are 8 hours?
Well,
They
no.
can be.
It depends on.
I'm not doing an 8-hour internship.
Jessica's was 8 hours, but she also got paid, so I guess that doesn't
That
really
was
count.
a guess, but that she
It
got
was just
paid.
like an average work shift, but she got
Yeah.
paid for hers that she did. It
Yeah,
didn't really have anything
pretty
to do
sure.
with field.
Like, I'm pretty sure if you have to travel out somewhere, it's just to go to that intern, the chances are they're gonna have to pay you. So,
Or at least compensate you for gas.
yeah, compensate you for traveling.
I don't know. I think as long as they can claim that it's relevant experience for what you're studying or whatever, that they don't have to compensate you financially. I know there's a lot of loopholes where they can get around having to pay interns and people. I don't know who they is. I guess just whatever
There's a
company
lot of
finds
folks.
the loopholes. A lot of all those companies.
Yeah, it's a weird time to be a media professional right now, because media's on the up and up right now, like severely.
On the up and up, like, what do you mean?
Like it's becoming more common for shows like this one we're doing right now to sprout up, you know? Like Labor of Loves, and I feel like TV, film, music, they're all growing markets exponentially. Game design itself earned, what was it, $96 billion in revenue last year? Like, that's an insane amount of money. And even in business terms, that's an insane amount of money. Even in industry revenue, that's still an insane amount of money.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's only going to grow. So we're in prime positions where we're, in these markets while they're growing.
Right. Like we have it's like early days of YouTube. Like if you were on YouTube early on,
But like on a massive business scale now.
like you just like had a way better chance than all that other people.
Exactly.
Because like how saturated it became.
I watched speaking about this, I watched an episode of like Clean Price Gaming. This guy does like kind of written essays on certain topics. And like one of the episodes he was talking about sort of the gaming industry as a whole and how like we're kind of going through an artist movement, kind of like how like art had like the modern,
Postmodern,
and postmodern. Yeah.
Really?
And video games is going through the same loophole.
Yeah. Who said that?
It's Clean Price Gaming.
Someone else said that though on YouTube. Matt
Pat did?
Yeah, Matt Pat also made a video about it. How we're kind of. I think he was saying about gaming. I think he was, but he was saying like the same thing is kind of happening.
Yeah.
Like hell, me and Kara watched a video about the most postmodern game I could think of. Humans Fall Flat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good
Was
game.
Firewatch an indie game?
Yes.
I believe it was indie studio, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
It was because they have their second game just coming out.
So yeah, like I'm happy to see that these smaller companies are getting like making getting better audiences and like just better outcomes than some of these AAA titles.
Yeah, it's weird. Senua, Senua's Sacrifice, Hellblade, or Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice, right?
What?
Do you know about that game? It's called.
Is it Xenoblade or
No. Hellblade Senua. It's this PS4 game or game. I think it's actually on a few consoles. It's on Steam, so.
I haven't seen it.
It's the game that got really popular for if you die 9 times, your save file gets deleted.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a game I won't be playing.
I heard it was.
Permadeath.
I heard it's possible. Is this game?
Hellblade. I have not seen that.
So you see how good this game looks. You know what I'm going to see next.
Yeah.
That's an indie title.
Holy crap!
Yeah,
So
like, this game blurred the line between AAA development and indie development. Like,
while we're still on this topic of indie and like stuff like that, there is a game that's on demo right now for PlayStation 4, and it's like it pretty much started out as like a Final Fantasy 15 fan game, where it's like if you look at it, it looks like kind of like a Final Fantasy 15, but it seems like it's going to be doing way better than base Final Fantasy 15.
That's amazing.
And it's made by one person.
Those are my favorite stories.
And I'm like, holy crap, that's amazing. Like I want to try this demo, and they're like,
wait a minute, I think I know what you're talking about too. It was like they were revealing gameplay of that or whatever, and it was like this game was made by one person.
yep. And it looks like a Final Fantasy 15 kind of game, but it seems to be doing better than Final Fantasy 15 itself.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. I forget the name of it, but that does definitely sound familiar. But yeah, like what I was saying, like so we're about to reach that post modern era where it's like we're making fun of the AAA titles right now,
right,
by coming out with the indie games, and the indie games to this degree is doing
are becoming
better.
more serious.
Exactly.
And that's postmodern, right?
Yeah. As soon as the games become serious,
Look at this shit.
Yeah. Like, what engine are they running off?
Let's find out.
Unreal 4.
Let's be honest, probably Unreal's pretty fucking popular.
Yeah.
I actually really want to break into Unreal. I really want to break into game design though.
You know
Like-
what we should make a one more game.
You know it's not
Video
hard. You know
game.
it's actually do you actually know how easy it is to make a game though? Like,
I'm just saying that we should do it.
I'm just saying, like, do you guys know how actually easy it is to make a game?
Yeah.
I vaguely
actually,
am
it's
aware because
crazy.
of all the software that's out there that you don't have to know anything about anything. You can just do it.
But like even before that, it was like it's actually it's not easy. I won't say easy, but it's
accessible.
It's very accessible and not like as in like, oh that's hold up.
I legit. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's fucking.
That's
terrifying.
a hairy boy.
Hairy.
They're all hairy boys.
Yeah, but
And girl.
Madam Butterfly.
this one looks like a little tarantula, like a little,
It kinda
like a little
does.
spider bunny.
Oh, that's
hey,
a
it
spider.
is. How about
Yeah.
that? I'm not paying attention.
No.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Oh no, that's not cute anymore. They're not buddies anymore.
They're not buddy.
Oh no, this guy.
It wasn't cute before, but
Please don't.
It's gonna do what you think it is.
It did whatever.
And guess what? It's still alive.
I know. Is he gonna start talking again? No, it died. Or no, that's still alive, isn't it?
He just said it was still alive.
It's
No, but I
technically
mean, like,
still alive.
Right? Because they don't die till they're like all eaten up and shit, right?
I have no idea why you would want this stone. It would look absolutely terrible on you.
Wait, what
Much
stone?
too flashy.
That one?
Yes.
I haven't played this game in a long time. Oh.
Oh.
And that's what keeps them off her back. Because Bayonetta has to do that, or her contract will kill her.
Really?
Yeah,
Is that
like
why she kills anything?
like she makes all those like demons she has she can summon. She made a contract with her so she can summon them. It makes her powerful, and to make sure that she keeps them happy, she sacrifices angels to do it.
What if she runs out of angels?
They won't, but if she did, they would come to get her.
Why can't we just redo the terms of the contract?
Well, I mean, some agree with the contract, some are fine with it. Like her main one,
I feel like Madame Butterfly would be like, "You good, baby?
they fist bump.
You good, baby? Yeah, there we go."
You're right.
Because what happens in Bayonetta 2, things start happening, and she's like, I'm glad some of you are staying with the contract. Poop.
That's good.
Come now.
Oh man,
So yeah, that thing.
we were talking about indie game, like game development, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I did have
Like,
something I wanted to bring up about
yeah,
that.
real life example too. Yeah, go ahead.
Because like about the whole just I want to say big business versus small business, because like just in comparison like of a big company like Capcom versus a small company like
School.
I mean Lab Zero's, yeah.
Yeah, Lab Zero. I don't.
But like it's just they're both good in their own right and they gotta do their own thing, but it's just like it tends to be leaning towards the trend of a smaller team with a heart can just produce what a AAA can if they just have the funds to do it.
Yeah,
because there's a
because-
passion behind it, and it's more of a passion project than just of, hey, we're doing this because we know you're gonna buy it.
We need to line our fiscal year.
Yeah, like, and they're more doing it just like, hey, this is a labor of love, like, and we appreciate that you guys also agree with us. Like the whole thing that just happened with Disney buying Fox.
Fun.
And like, so yeah, and there's just the whole thing about like because we have X-Men back in Marvel, like, and like we have Fantastic Four, which I'm excited about as well. They also got the Simpsons from them.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Boy,
So-
that's weird.
Huh.
Yeah,
So does that mean we're finally start getting good Simpson games?
I mean they might just outright do something different with it.
EA.
But because like this also like is a thing, because like since Disney is so huge and they're not afraid to do it, but like more cautious to experiment with like new things, where it's like how they did for Kingdom Hearts when they had Pirates of the Caribbean in Kingdom Hearts 2. It was very just out of place because it was Jack Sparrow, a real looking like person, with Sora, Donald, and Goofy, and it just clashed.
Oh.
But it's like, but like I feel like if it was like a correct kind of art style and choice, like when small developers have like a unique choice of art style, it could have worked. Just depending if the right ideas were done.
Yeah.
And I feel like it just depends on who's doing the idea, what the idea is, and how it's implemented.
Yeah, so so I guess adding on to what you're saying, like like for my example was like actually just recently, so for our school projects that we had, apparently one of my colleagues, he created a game from Game Maker, and it's kind of like an average game of checkers, and it involves like kind of music implementation, and the music changes over time as you add more pieces to the board. And I asked him, I was like, how'd you make this? And it was just like Game Maker, and I was like, well, dang,
You know
like,
Hyper Light Drifters made in Game Maker.
Yeah, exactly.
It's my fucking absolute favorite game of all time. Is made in Game Maker.
Exactly.
Get this. I actually toyed around with Game Maker back when I was 11.
Really?
Made a very horrible game.
I play it.
It was called Maze Runner. It was not good.
Hey, that's a movie.
Maze Runner.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that. I just called it Maze Runner because he was running Maze.
They stole the idea from you.
Yep. Here comes my lawsuit.
Yeah. Rip.
Yeah, but I actually had like a ton of ideas for that game that I just, me being like 11 and 12 didn't understand how to implement them, and it was like, oh.
Actually, I had no idea that Game Maker was a thing even then. Because like all of a sudden they just kind of like came out with Game Maker, and like I know about it now.
It's been a thing for many eons. It's a much better program now than it was before. They just released the I think what is it, Game Maker 2, which is much more usable. It's definitely like, a 2017 game designer. It's not, it was that's 2015 game designer. Let's be honest here. But it's definitely a step up. It looks really cool.
Right.
Kyle's learning it.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Oh, Game Maker.
Yeah, it's super accessible. It's super like well written.
Okay.
Well, dang, like I might have to give it a look. It's like
You can do quite a lot with it. Because it has like basically the drag and click, function where it's like make a game the easy way, but you're gonna make most like games like Hyper Light Drifter are made with a million scripts. But like the scripting function in that game is like legit full on game engine. Like it's a full on game engine.
Right.
So,
I had just not remember that too. He also he brought it in like the Surface Pros.
oh yeah,
He did it on his Surface tablet. Like,
Yeah.
which was pretty cool. I was like, well, dang. Like, cause first he's a Mac guy. Out of all, like,
I'm a Linux guy. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
Linux.
I'm kidding.
all 12 of you.
no, but it caught me off guard to see him like with a Windows laptop, and I was like, what? But when he showed off the project, I was like, dang, this is actually really cool implementation. So
I have a fun question for everybody.
So
If you could make a video game, what kind of video game would you make?
I already know what I will make, but the technology's not there yet.
I didn't say
No.
that, did I? I just said if you could make a game, what kind of game would you make?
If I had balls to the wall budget, I would make I'm very obsessed with the idea of community-based games where you can portray something you want to portray, games with high customization in MMOs. I really like stuff like that. I'm not super fond of MMOs with progression, like PvE progression. I just don't really like how that feels. It feels really like grindy and like a hearkening journey. I much prefer a game where you can move on by being a part of the community, So I always thought of this very cool high action 3-dimensional fighter with like very large scale like fights and shit.
Like a big arena.
Yeah, but more like very urbanized. So you're fighting in like urbanized parts of cities, and it's a and I would love them to be done as like dynamic events where people can literally walk through your fucking fight.
Like and just to put it into a quick dumbed down term, because of how I'm seeing it, like Power Stone, but way bigger,
far larger.
like but
yeah, but like
that, like you're in I say a bubble.
I would say more like super large, like of the 3D Naruto fighters.
Okay,
Yeah, and then
or like the new My Hero Academia fighting game that's coming out.
Oh, I didn't know there was a thing.
Yeah,
That sounds great.
And it's like they showed Bakugo and Midoriya fighting, and then like smashing into stuff, and like Midoriya smashed him into a fountain, and it like broke, and
stuff like that. And I'm really obsessed with the idea of a game with a very connected world and community, where it's like these aren't just two players having a match right now. This is something that could possibly influence this area. This can influence.
So, like, if you were to have, like, damage to a fountain, then it would stay damaged later on?
Yeah, or something like that.
Like
Maybe
someone made a crater in, like, their match, and it, like, affected the terrain of someone
That would be
else's
cool.
match.
I would play the fuck out of that
something
game.
a bit less, like, because that'd be hard to do, especially with the world. Because then
But
you get into the idea
isn't
of,
it
like...
just, like, making, like, your ideal video game?
Yeah.
Assuming that you have access to whatever you need to make it happen?
Battlefield
Okay,
Bad Company
but then-
2 did that. I mean,
Yeah, true. But also, and then another part of that would be like, I don't feel like a game like that works without you being what character you want to make.
Yeah.
I like this. This is why the technology isn't there yet, because it would rely heavily on automation, and right now automation is kind of an iffy thing, especially for character creation, where like you can make your character point for point exactly how you want them. I think that's very fucking important. It's like character identity, and then also you basically customize your fighting set. You customize like I've even thought, well, what if users could even model their own weapons and like or model their own outfits? You're not selecting from a list and stuff. You could obviously that's an option, and you know bases and stuff like that. But it's kind of like APB where
you can make your own decals and stuff.
Yeah,
in APB.
you're not making a character. You're not making a character anymore. You're making an identity.
Exactly. Like bro, Teo is identified as this person with a backpack, with a skateboard or something.
And if name cards were turned off, you could, if you knew that person, you could identify them.
Exactly.
I think that's super duper important in like community based gaming. Like this should be a lively thing.
Yeah.
But that would be a horrendous undertaking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But assuming you had the resources, you would do it.
Dear God, I would. The city alone would be like 400 gigs.
Rip.
Unless it's procedurally generated. Here's how these ideas come.
Well, quantum computing.
All right, moving on. Paul,
Yeah, sorry. Okay.
what about you?
What would you do? If your son was at home crying out alone on the bedroom floor because he's hungry, and the only way okay, I'm sorry.
I'm hungry.
No, actually, I've been okay. So it's like it seems like right now the most popular things are either like hub worlds, open worlds kind of combined with kind of sandbox.
Well, don't think of it as what's popular and do it. Do what
do you
think.
want to do?
Like,
Let's assume that no matter what it is, it'll be a really popular game.
Right, don't follow the trend. Just do your thing.
Like whatever you say right now becomes the most selling game of all time. What is it?
Like full on. Like I've been dreaming about this idea. It was like full on bodysuit virtual reality gaming, so it can either involve like RPG or like shooters. It can involve both.
I have a question for you. So there's been many different artistic interpretations of what that type of gaming will look like.
Exactly.
What do you think of Oasis? Or the movie Oasis? No, well, the game's called Oasis. What do you think of Ready Player One's implementation of that?
Ready Player One, I haven't seen that.
The trailer? With Tracer and shit?
No, I have not seen that actually.
Really? Oh, okay, yeah. You have to check it out. You have to give me your opinion.
But how it's implemented, it's like there's the headset that he's putting on and everything else to go into Oasis, which is the virtual world, and how things are just interconnected. It's pretty much a way of life. Where, like, in the trailer, it shows him being touched by someone who was else playing the game, and you could physically see, like, marks going up and down his body that he could feel, that he could actually see and feel if you were out on the outside looking
Player
in.
One. This is
It's a book. It was a book, and it's like full of nostalgia and everything like that. And then it's getting turned into a movie.
So it's just like a real action or not action? It's like a live action. Live action.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's a live action kind of thing where it's like the creator of this big world has like long and he died, and he left a message saying there is an Easter egg he left in this game.
A literal egg.
Yes, and if you find this Easter egg, you get $500 billion and the rights to the company and everything like that.
That's interesting.
And there is the corrupt government or whatever trying to like take over and get it, while the main person we're seeing the eyes through, the main hero, is winning, and they're trying to stop him and figure out what's going on. And
the movie looks like it turns it from everyone playing this game to it becoming a crisis. A direct crisis where it's like, because it's $500 million and the rights to apparently what they said in the movie, the most like the biggest economical tool in the world.
You mean $500 billion?
Oh, $500 billion. Sorry.
Yeah.
So so like back to that. So I guess like in considering that because that's something I need to check out. Like
you're gonna love it.
So like I think my idea is more of like a new way of playing games than it is because like for example, like when like Guitar Hero first came out, like when a lot of those interactive music games came out, like it was unheard of. Like it was like it was really engaging. I actually love those games. Like for those, I mean, yes, it got overdone. They killed that thing. They killed it until the wheels fell off and
Not
all that.
all of them. DJ Hero was really good.
Yeah.
DJ Hero is the best hero.
See, I already knew, so I beat you to it.
DJ Hero is the best hero.
Yeah. Rock Band, I feel like had the better hardware, but Guitar Hero had the better
Music.
Right.
Excuse me.
You know.
Mike bump.
Yeah. But yeah, like it's really that interactive perspective, because like there's a lot you can do with that, you know. Like when I watched like Dot Hack Legend of Twilight like a long time ago, like it would transport you into a world of virtual reality, and you had your character and you would just walk around the worlds and stuff like that. I mean, but that was like an RPG. But then I remember like there are these areas, I forget, there's like sometimes these like videos on Facebook, but they showed like a full virtual reality arena where you would have like kind of like a model gun, but you would have virtual reality helmets, and like you would see the environments basically, and you would just go around like shooting like the actual environment was real. So it's kind of cool. So, but that Ready Player One concept, the fact, because that was something else I wanted to implement, was being able to, like, if like you get shot from somewhere or whatever, like, I mean, like, imagine playing PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds like that, being able to know where your shots actually come from, you know.
Would be really cool.
Like you can feel a vibration, like, oh yeah, so I got hit by like the left shoulder, so obviously there's somewhere behind me,
or blatantly right in front of me in a bush that I couldn't see.
Right, because like
PUBG, everyone.
Right, because PUBG is like one of the most frustrating games. One of the only games where it's like Star Wars Battlefront 2 is obvious, like where you're getting hit, like you can see the lines that shoot up, like when you're getting hit from different places. Overwatch has the same thing. But it's like in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, it's like you get hit, you can't like directionally hear where the gun is being popped from.
A fucking guessing game.
Exactly. I don't know how some of these guys do it, but it's just like maybe it just comes from experience. The game's really punishing that way, but it's just like in a virtual reality sense, it would make it easier to know something like that. But yeah, I guess that's my concept. It's just
something that changes gaming as we know it.
Yeah.
Which I think we're starting to become. I think we have like 10 more years before that becomes like a thing that we're going to start looking at. I guess one last thing. The Mario Kart, like the thing that Japan did, the Mario Kart VR interaction thing, that was a cool implementation of adding like a
I have hope for VR that it can do stuff like that. But then there's like some things where, because I'm still not over it, I'm still really mad about it, and you kind of know what I'm talking about, that VR event that happened, and they're like, hey, we're gonna show off all this cool stuff, and like Sega was like, we're gonna be there too, and they're like, get ready, fans,
get ready for
the ones who like Space Shuttle 5, get ready. And I literally stayed up all night, and it didn't happen at night, and it was happening when I was at work, so I took a break early to see what it was about, because I am a full-on Space Channel 5 fan. I love the series. I love it. I love the wackiness. I love rhythm games. And it was just a VR event where I was like, okay, if it's VR, I'm probably going to be ooh la la doing all the dance moves, looking stupid, but I wouldn't care.
Shoot.
Right. But the fact is, you weren't her. You just saw her, and like you were the audience member throwing confetti.
Boo.
And that was it. And you just cheered, and that was the whole thing. And I was like, you animated and made a new model for Ooh La La and the enemies, new dance animations, but you can't do anything with her.
Boo.
And it hurt me so bad that I felt like it wasted my time.
Yeah.
I can get that.
Because, like, you want to have the technology, but you don't implement it the right way, and it hurts.
Yeah. That's crap. I keep going back to this. But just a couple of weeks ago, like the real time shooters, like where you shoot like on the screen, like even that stuff, that's pretty immersive. Like when they have the feedback motors and all that.
Yeah,
it's like, well,
they can be when they're not shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Or really old.
I mean, I even like the jank ones, like with the CRT monitors, like
fucking
House of the Dead,
House
Time
of the
Crisis.
Dead, Resident Evil.
I forgot what those are called. Though.
Time Crisis. It's
It's
called
that machinery, that technology.
Terminator. Well, Terminator was newer, but
You know those don't work on screens anymore.
I mean, it's called Railgun, but
Light guns.
Light gun, yeah,
yeah.
because you're on rails. But
Fucking light gun shooters though. What a crazy, what an insane use of technology.
that was a
Yeah.
good time.
Because like I mean, it just up at Dairy Queen they actually have a light gun machine in there,
Nice.
and then like instantly the memory came flooding back. Undertale reference. That where it like I just remember how much fun I had, and the last time where I had really fun was playing Terminator, and they had like the full assault rifles, and I was like, I had so much fun playing those. Now I got it. Like that makes me want to go back to the arcade for light gun games.
I have a thought for you. So VR, AR, and stuff like that is about blurring the line between real life and a video game, right?
Mm-hmm.
What about mixing? So you play you might play laser tag, right? With the suit and stuff. What if that became less like outdoor recreational? I mean, obviously you're still playing that, but what if it became more video gaming? Like instead of a small room with these corridors, it became like a large room with like projections and shit. I don't know.
Like you mean like say like we were all on a team together, and it was like, all right, and go, and it starts, but like as we like spread out, things like pop up.
Yeah, more video game than laser tag. What do you think of that?
That sounds cool.
I mean,
pretty cool.
Like from what I'm thinking of, because
Like at least make the armor, the chest and armor better.
Not bulky and shit.
Like make the hit detection better, please.
It's always so bad. They just shake a little bit, and then your gun cuts off, and then it cuts back on. It's like, all right, this is.
from what I can think of, that's the closest I can think of it. Funny enough, there was an episode of Sailor Moon where they go to the arcade, and it's like they live in the 90s in the show, but it's like there's a lot of futuristic kind of stuff just there, but no one has cell phones because no one has cell phones.
Right, just wasn't even thought of.
Right, but they were like, oh, this super cool thing we can do where it's like they went to a laser tag place where like everyone had like the harness and the gun and stuff like that, but as they're running through the area, enemies popped up and you could just shoot them and they actually like disappeared and blew up, and it had like good detection of it and they could attack you back.
So what you're saying, add that with the virtual, so add that to the virtual rooms. It could be kind of like a Titanfall 2 interpretation where you have PvE and then you have PvP.
I think you're onto something though, because I feel like that's where mixed reality might end up going.
Yeah.
Because mixed reality might just be literally that in like 20,000 years.
Yeah.
Kara, did you want to talk about a game?
Yeah, we're still. We're sorry.
What?
We're sorry.
Oh my god. Yeah.
That's fine. I don't have a lot. I feel like the best way to describe the kind of game that I would make, because I just kind of have the general idea of kind of what I would do, but it would be augmented reality, and it would be like, I don't know if anyone has heard of or seen the anime Den no Coil. I was Googling it but essentially it's just they have like these little glasses, and when you wear them and turn them on, then you can see like the world around you in the like vision of like what it's like in the game. So like everything looks the same, but then things will like pop up in reality just like all over the town, kind of like how Pokemon Go has Pokemon show up, but you see them there through the glasses you're wearing, so it looks like they're really there.
AR and mixed reality. That's
that's what you were talking about, basically.
Which
but I would do that, and it would, I don't know, it'd be like a
It's like Google Glasses, like
yeah. In the anime, they just kind of look like regular old glasses.
Mm-hmm.
like these.
Like like those, like the ones like the one. Oh, you're not wearing glasses.
Yeah, I know what you mean though. I'm the one that wearing my glasses right now. I know.
I was about to say like what we're all wearing, and then you.
I'm not wearing my glasses.
This is a weird cast.
But
like just like this group of folks, weird mix up.
yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I see what you're saying, and that actually sounds really, really cool. And I feel like if that was a thing, I would definitely give it a fair shot and try it out. Just making sure it's in an isolated area. Like, you know how in My Hero Academia where they do their like practice exams and stuff, it's in a whole practice city. Yeah, that. Like, do it like that.
Well, what I like about the anime, right? Because it came out in 2007 too, so there's a little bit of like a weird.
Everyone still has razor flip phones.
That weird like technological disconnect.
Yeah. But what was kind of cute about it is it's like one of those things where it's like little kids, if they're growing up with this having been a thing forever, like instead of kids being out there like playing kickball on the cul-de-sac, they're out there like fighting fake monsters and shit.
That's a really cute idea.
Yeah, because in the show it's like little kids playing it and they're like running around like it's getting me, whatever, and it's like aw.
I feel like that could actually happen. Though.
But then there's a
me
glitch in
too,
the
I
system and it actually kills you.
Oh no!
Wait a minute.
Actually, I think that's part of. I never finished the show. I got like
That-
5
that kinda
episodes in,
reminds
but I
me.
think it's that like it actually starts to affect
Yeah.
things. I don't know. I don't know what the show's about.
Yeah,
What? Go.
that kind of reminds me of something that they were trying to do with like mobile AR drones. They were trying to do something with that.
Yeah, I remember that. It was that one game.
Yeah,
It got Kickstarter campaigned.
I forget what the name of it was.
It was like I think it was like a tag or a laser tagger type of deal where you use
Yeah.
your phone and some accessory as like a laser.
Yeah.
But it was augmented reality.
Exactly. So and it was like you could just walk up the street and like you can like go against somebody that has the same thing, and it's just like, all right, ready? You can link up, and then you can just start playing with your drone.
And then everyone thinks you're crazy.
Exactly.
I feel like that could happen though, where it's like because we've already experimented with that and it's been wildly successful. You know, open world augmented reality games. Pokemon Go is like literally that.
Yeah.
So
It's kind of sad that it
petered out.
halfway died.
Well,
but
I mean, that's every game.
I know.
Was it?
I
Like,
just I'm bummed.
my anticipation for Pokemon Go was that eventually, like for Pokemon battles, like they were actually legit gonna have like the classic
Like PvP?
PvP, the GBA style.
They're not going. I can guarantee you they're not going to do that because that is something that Game Freak wants to keep under lock and key on a main Nintendo.
Well,
system.
they did say that is like battles, trading, and one other thing. It's still on the roadmap for Pokemon.
Yeah,
Go.
I mean, I'm sure something like that's coming, but there's never going to be a time where you can like tell your Pokemon to use water gun on that tree or anything like that because that's something that Game Freak wants to keep.
I'm excited for trading. I'm gonna give so many people Farfetch'd.
Please,
Yeah, I'll give you Farfetch'd.
You coulda
I'll
caught
catch more
one.
Farfetch'd.
I didn't know.
Oh yeah,
I'm
there
sick
was
of
that
living
event,
here.
Huh? Oh, it's not special anymore.
It
People
is.
have Farfetch'd.
Not a lot of people got it.
I'm going to go ahead and refute.
Well, cool. I'll give people Farfetch'd.
Someone just said, I'm not going to say names because I don't want to call them out. If Pokemon Go was more like an actual Pokemon game, it would actually be good. I'm going to go ahead and refute the absolute sin out of that.
If
Let me
Pokemon
see.
Go was a what?
Sure,
if it was a real Pokemon game, it would be good. It is good though.
but it's a Pokemon game.
It's not perfect. No, why would it be perfect? But it is good. It's
I
enjoyable.
think
I
if-
think living in fucking like the north of. I think living anywhere except for a big city sucks. But other than that,
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah.
So you would want a mixed reality game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Courtney.
I mean, I've been literally thinking about this since I was in high school.
I think we're all on that boat.
But like, I know what I want to do, and I know I can get it with my end goal because you know where I want to go work. And like, funny enough, the game I want to make is their next game.
Oh, really? Something like that?
It's very similar to that.
Something like a mixed platform type,
Like-
not mixed genre.
Yeah,
deal.
and it's like the more I just think about it, and the more I go through, because I've been building this story for years and having characters and conflict and like.
Conflict.
Yes, I know Overwatch players. I get it.
But I really like that line.
I get
I mean,
it.
he never actually just says conflict, but I can pretend he does.
Make it a soundboard.
But like the whole funny thing is like, I had a couple of friends who like look through it and like are like, like they make stories and like stuff like that for English majors and stuff like that, where they actually like, hey, this actually sounds very similar to this and such, where like in My Hero Academia, just to bring it back around, where a majority of the world has a quirk or an ability, where it's like I found out like how I made it. A lot of people do have specific kind of things, and some are useful and some aren't, and stuff like that.
Because I think it's a very cute trope that not everything of that type has to be useful,
right? And like, because like how it's divided, there's like 5 different main clans, and it subdivides and stuff like that. And it got to the point where there's a more majority of regular people than superpowered people. So there's like a whole prejudice of like how like, oh, you think you're better than me because you have powers, like how it was in Korra. That whole uprising thing, yeah, that like is a thing that's a major like touchy subject, and
it's always nice to hear stuff like real. It's real.
Right, and like. I feel like that genre of like a platformer, but like an RPG or a fighting game fits perfect for how I want it, because that's how my mind kind of works.
That's a really good mix of game though. They complement each other really well.
Right. And it's just
like, even if you don't have a battle system, like how Indivisible has one, if you mix up those two genres, they just, because especially if it's all 2D, because it's literally different controls of the same sprites. So like,
and it's just, I feel like that's something I feel 100% confident that I can do.
Remember that time Courtney had like the only one that could be like done within like the next 10 years? Well, I mean, mixed reality might happen, but it's going to take a long time for that's good.
But like, nothing's going to happen if I don't improve. So that's always the biggest first step for anyone out there who wants to do something and you're not too confident. Improve yourself until you feel confident in it.
I'm going to say this to a very specific friend who knows who I'm talking to. If you want to make a game, if you want to do something that's like that, something that seems outlandish or even was outlandish at one point in time, there's nothing to it but to do it. You can sit there and don't even sit there and just practice. Sit there and do it. Doesn't matter. Just do it. Fucking, what's that dude's name?
Michael Cera.
No, other dude.
Just do it.
Yeah, that Negro. I didn't say the bad word.
Yes, you did.
That's not a bad word.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Well, now his name's John
In terms of
Cena.
like if it's actually a slur or if it's just really, really rude.
Anyways,
you
but
can't weigh in.
I can't weigh in. I'm trying to take Chris's side on the
Nike?
issue.
no. Well, I mean, Nike.
Just do it.
Yeah, like just Nike that shit, and like just get it out there. Just fucking like that's all there is to it, and then you're going to continue to get them out there. You're like, here's the thing about being a game developer specifically. You're not a game developer. You're a games developer.
Look at Warframe.
Warframe is great. I love Warframe. Where it's like
a good game now. 7 years in the making.
It's been actually been good since release. I was in the beta.
Same.
Yeah, I actually liked it back then. It's not gotten any worse, which is weird to say for a game. But yeah, like just fucking like get your ass in Game Maker and make. It doesn't matter. There's no amount of like sitting there and duping around. Make, finish, move on. Repeat. All right, that's all I want to say. We're gonna close that. We're gonna close this off on a high note. Sorry we were late today, everybody. We ran across some complications today. It's been a long day. I have a headache. Thanks for watching One More Cast. You can find us on our website at onemorecast.io. Still coming soon. At our Twitter at _OneMoreCast. Twitch at onemoreCast. YouTube at don't have a channel name just yet. Our Discord group will be linked in the description below if you're watching on YouTube. And yeah, other than that, thanks for watching, everybody. Any other closing comments for anybody?
No.
All right. Cool.
Next week.
Yeah.
We won't have Kara on the cast.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
She's gonna be skipping town on us.
I'm gonna go to the land of the rising sun.
Yep.
Also, I meant to say this earlier. We will be experimenting around with some stuff. I will keep that light for now. But yeah, just look forward to that, friends. And well, that's the show, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Bye, guys.